Welcome. We're live here at the state wrestling tournament. Somebody forgot to turn on the microphone, so we'll get going here. Jeff Arnold with you. We are live from Wells Fargo Arena, Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth. Got Mr. Blankman to my right. He is typing away. We're going to let him keep going. He's going to post this link for everybody. We're here watching Sterling Rodman in the Class 2A consolation brackets. He's going to be taking on Brady Ortner. This is a rematch of round number one. Ortner won 12-4. So the worst that Sterling could get is 6th place. The best he could get right now is 3rd place. This match will determine what match he goes into. So he'll be wrestling twice today, no matter what. We're going to step away, take a break. When we come back, we're going to hear from Taylor Berger about his experiences down here, and we'll have the Rodman match for you in a little bit.
Protects your homes, major systems, and appliances. They understand the importance of home ownership and realize unexpected repairs can be costly, protecting your investment and your livelihood. American Home Shield is a trusted leader in the home warranty industry. They're thankful for their associates and their customers who make it possible to be celebrating over 50 years in business. American Home Shield, growing together. Good luck to all of our area teams.
Your home for family fun and entertainment is the Audubon Recreation Center. There's an endless array of activities for fitness and to have fun. Take a swing in the batting cage, shoot some hoops, or seek a perfect game on one of our 8 state-of-the-art bowling lanes. With a walking track, racquetball court, soft play area, arcade, and a variety of fitness classes, there's something for everyone. Enjoy trivia nights, karaoke, and even live music. With a full restaurant and bar and activities for all ages, your family is guaranteed to have a great time. Audubon Recreation Center, just south of Albert the Bull in Audubon.
Taylor Berger with the Carroll coaching staff on the wrestling team joining us here again as we kind of take a look at some of the great things that have happened in our area in wrestling down here at the state wrestling tournament. And one of those was Taylor winning the 2011 state championship for the Carroll Tigers. Taylor, appreciate you joining us here today. And tell you what, congrats again on what happened. Hard for me to believe 11 years ago.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Jeff. No, it's thanks for reaching out to me, and it's always a pleasure getting to talk with you and catch back up.
Now that state tournament's kind of rolling around, we're talking before you guys have your district meet and stuff, so there's still a little bit of time as we're talking, but do memories start flashing back through your mind? You're working with the program, you're still around the sport really heavily. Do you ever think back to your time going down to state, all the years you made it, and then winning that state championship in 2011?
Oh, yeah, there's always those memories, and you try to pass on the things that I used to prepare myself to the kids or things that I did to help stay focused or keep guys' minds in the right place and not letting the nerves get to them and things along those lines, but always sharing memories and always trying to share past times, I guess, with them and keep them focused.
What are the things that you talk to them about? What's some of the wisdom that maybe you have been able to pass along to the guys? Because 6 of your guys through sectionals into districts got to make this team feel really good.
Yeah, we definitely had a good tournament, and we're pleased to have the 6 get through and hopefully get all 6 through down to the state tournament. But I don't know, a lot of the things is just preparation before matches, not putting too much pressure on yourself about winning and losing so much as it is to focus on keeping good position. What are my hands and feet doing? Where do I got to get? How do I get that guy reacting to me? And if I do those things, winning will take care of itself versus thinking about winning and losing, walking, going out on that mat. They freeze up, or guys they wrestle tight and don't wrestle to their capability. And we know our guys are capable of accomplishing a lot of good things. So if we can keep things simple for them and have a focused game plan, I think, that's a big key for just anybody to excel and do well down at the state tournament or get to the state tournament.
Coach, I imagine that the guy's pretty receptive to listening to what you have to say. Everybody knows who you are in this area and the success that you had, not just at Carroll, but up at UNI as well.
Yeah, no, they certainly give me a hard time, and I do back to them. But I think they appreciate the wisdom and appreciate my 2 cents, I guess, so to speak, that I give them every now and then. But we got a great group of guys as far as coaches and with multiple years of knowledge between all of us. So I think they like it. I think they accept it. I think they ask a lot of questions. So they're always wanting to learn, willing to learn, and it's great being able to work with them in that sense too. So like you said, I have going to UNI and I have a little bit more of a higher level wrestling knowledge than a lot at the high school level. So I'm able to bring some things back that I picked up there, and I think the kids like it, and we're seeing it on the mat, and it's helping them out a lot.
Did you ever see yourself coaching when you were growing up and coming through high school, especially now you're coaching with some of the guys that coached you when you were younger?
Yeah, it's kind of it's fun. I guess I probably always imagine I'd be back in the room at some point in time, maybe just when I had kids or cousins, nieces, nephews, that sort of thing. But I took a little time after my college career just to get away from it for a little while because I definitely needed it. But started missing a little bit more, and just I enjoy wrestling. I enjoy being around the kids. I enjoy being around the sports. So it's fun to get back in the room and wrestle around with them and just share some of my experiences. So I guess a little bit I did, a little bit I didn't, but I definitely enjoy it.
What are some of the conversations that you had when you first wanted to get back into coaching with, like Eric Nagel? He was your coach in high school, now still the head coach there, and some of the assistants still there. So what was those conversations like with you and him? Did he reach out to you, or you reach out to him to get you back into the room?
I think he always always was willing and always wanted to be back, and I always kind of thought I would be back too, but it was more of, hey, you care if I get back in the room? He's like, yep, get that concussion test taken, get the requirements passed, get your coaching degree, and get your butt in here. He was more than ready to have someone else in there helping out and giving back. So I think I talked to him a little bit, and maybe he's always been hinting at it to me too. But there wasn't too much conversation. It was, yes, let's get to work.
Who do you wrestle with when the kids are in practice? Who do you get down on the mat with and spar with a little bit?
Oh, we rotate through groups quite a bit, so I would say most everyone. But a lot of time spent with especially Carter Drake, Jair Gallegos, some of the bigger guys in that sense. Colton, the heavyweight, just to give them some different feels every now and then. But over the years, Cooper Ludwig too. Talking past guys, Parker Clucky, a lot of those guys that made it down to the state tournament were. Everybody, it's always good wrestling different guys, and I definitely try to get around the room so everybody gets a little bit different feel and can share my knowledge in a lot of different positions with them. So I'd say everybody for the most part.
Did you have to break off any rust when you first got back onto the mat, or did it just automatically happen? You just felt good again?
Oh, yeah, you're definitely rusty when the first time you get back out there. Even if you have a big break, you feel like your feet are underneath you like they used to be a little bit, but it don't take too long to get back into it. You don't forget it just in a day by any means. So definitely more out of shape and not in the same shape I used to be, but it don't take too long to get back to feel good.
Now, but you said you'll never be in Honolulu shape, right?
God, I hope not. No, I'm just kidding. No, trying to stay on a regular workout routine, but it ain't nothing like the training days used to be, that's for sure.
What's the difference now for you walking into Wells Fargo Arena compared to when you wrestled for Carroll High to now that you're a coach?
I guess there ain't a whole lot of differences. You can still feel the nerves. You love the atmosphere. You like to take it all in, but there's no pressure on me and the coaches anymore, I guess, or you don't feel like that because I'm not competing anymore. Like there's that pressure that's lifted off you, but it's now you just get to enjoy the moment and not have to think as much. I like to focus on keeping the kids focused and telling them, it's just another tournament, it's just another atmosphere that you get to compete in. Don't put too much hype on it and go out there and take care of business. But it's always a blast. You always love getting back down to the well and always taking in, seeing guys you hadn't seen in a while, talking with coaches you don't get to see every day, seeing the people and it's just a great tournament. We love the state tournament. It's a blast. So hopefully we keep bringing guys down year in and year out, and we always get to enjoy it.
Let's flash back to that state championship year of 2011. When you look back, what are the memories that you have? Is it getting the hand raise? Is it winning that championship match, or is it other things about being down there that are the memories that you think about?
I mean, obviously winning the state title is definitely a huge memory. I mean, walking out in that grand march when there's however many fans there are in Wells Fargo, the seats are packed, and you look up for the first time coming out of that tunnel. It's just an awesome atmosphere. It's crazy. The music's playing, everybody's standing looking at you. I mean, that was one of the biggest eye-opening things for me the first time I placed at that state tournament. Was walking out there. I'm like, holy cow, this is big. But obviously winning a title my senior year, you remember that, jumping into my Uncle Kevin Feld's hands at the end of the match, being pumped up. We always had this deal where if you made it state, Noggle would buy you a steak after the tournament. So I always liked him making him buy my food after the fact at Texas Roadhouse. So that's always something that still goes on to this day. We still go there after the tournament. So a lot of different things, but a lot of fun.
Hopefully Noggle's still buying for you.
Oh, yeah, we're making him buy.
Well, Taylor, I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun watching you kind of develop as a high school wrestler through your college career, and now watching all the great things you're doing with the Carroll Tiger Wrestling program. We're so glad to have you back in the area and bringing that knowledge and that experiences that you have. So appreciate you joining us here today, and I look forward to seeing you down here at the state tournament.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Jeff, and we'll talk down there, and good hearing from you, and we'll see you down there.
Taylor Berger again with the Carroll Tiger Wrestling program as one of the coaches. Again, he was that state champion for Carroll back in 2011.
Teamwork is key to success. Hi, this is Amber Maloney at Champion of Rockwell City. We have the same philosophy. We have an amazing team of technicians, sales, and customer specialists to help you. If you're looking for a vehicle, all of our prices are clearly marked. It's no hassle pricing. In service, you get honest answers and no games, where winning service is what you can expect. We are located off the square in Rockwell City, or visit us on the web. Champion, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, where everybody wins.
DR Electric in Carroll has over 20 years of experience in commercial, residential, and agricultural electrical services. Their service area covers a radius of 60 miles from Carroll. They can provide electrical services for new and existing buildings, plus they can help with energy efficiency and lighting on home remodeling projects. Give them a call today at 712-830-6624. That's 712-830-6624. DR Electric is your one-stop shop for all your electrical needs.
Welcome back to Wells Fargo Arena. Jeff Honnold here with you. We are live. Thank you to Taylor Berger for that interview, I think. I'm not sure I like to crack about being out of shape, but we'll take that from Taylor. We're coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages of Carroll. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, perform, and recover. And I got Mr. Blankman over here to my right. I downgraded, folks. I had cocaine. Now I got Blankman. I like Blankman, but not a whole lot of knowledge going to go on over here.
No, I'm certainly not Mr. Kane, that's for sure.
Just to give you a couple of updates here, on mat number 2, Smith from Atlantic is down 4-0 right now in the quarterfinals. On mat 4, Mayberry from Glenwood's down 10-6, but his kid's getting his knee looked at right now. I'm not sure he's going to be able to go on. And there was another kid from Atlantic that was up, but I don't see that one. So, there he is. On mat 8, Coleman from Atlantic is down in period 3, 8-2. So,
and he's losing, Jeff, to Bo Kodam of Sergeant Bluff Luton, another guy from Western Iowa.
Yep. Just trying to kind of peek through here. There's another Sergeant Kodam from Sergeant Bluff Luton is coming up on mat 5 right now.
In the match, actually, at 138, Jeff, on mat 5 is Ty Kodam of Sergeant Bluff Luton against Brant Yankovic of West Delaware. We've seen both of those guys down here at the state tournament. So
We are.
They both faced Carter Drake, is what I'm meaning by
correct.
that.
We're all into 145 now, so we're waiting on 170, and that will be Sterling Rodman from Carroll. And there's no breaks, so we're going to roll right into 3A. We don't have anybody there. We'll maybe do some interviews and stuff in that one, and kind of keep you updated. There's some local wrestlers in there as well, so we'll pop back and forth here a little bit. Probably hear from Jeff Storyhon. We'll bring him back.
Did you only get part one of his interview done?
We've done both of his, but we'll bring him back in there. It's a new crowd listening maybe on a Saturday and see his perspective of it. So we'll try to catch parts of him, and we'll just work on it through the day. So they're going to go 1A, then 3A. We do not have anybody in 3A, and then we'll bounce back. Now on 3A, we'll have some of the kids from Ballard and Bondurant and Carlisle and all basically the Raccoon River and a handful of the Hawkeye
a few of the Hawkeyes. Yep.
So we'll try to catch them as they come in, and we'll keep going from there.
And Jeff, I just want to let our listeners know today that I do have a link up right now. I'll be updating on our website. You can find it on Facebook and Twitter how our wrestlers have done in their matches and who their next opponents will be. I'm also going to be running now, not for these consolation semifinals, but when we get into the placement matches, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and then the 7th, 8th place matches, I'll be going down and getting video interviews with all of our local wrestlers, and those interviews will be posted on that website page as well later on.
And we're talking literally run. You got how many miles did you get? You're over 13 when last I heard.
I put in over 13 yesterday and over 12 the day before. So
my knees feel like it being in this little area here, but we're not quite getting that many in. I think I got just a shy of a mile in. Part of that, though, was walking down to Court Avenue to get a meal last night.
I will say for the people that, probably are thinking that Honnold hasn't done much, and for you and Bill, it's a great vantage point up here, but you guys don't get a chance to stretch the legs much. There's not a lot of leg room where they have to sit in the press box all day, so it gets a little stiff and sore.
Yeah, the table we're on here needs to be just a little bit wider, just for your papers and everything else. But it is a great spot to see a match. I can see all 8 of them as long as my computer's not in the way. But you can't really stand up because the group behind you needs to see, so you got to really kind of stay seated. And it's great. It's a great spot to be in, and what a fun time with Coach Kane.
What have you taken away from down here, Jeff? I know you're up here. Your guys have followed a lot of the things. What have you seen, and what's kind of been the highlights for you so far of maybe some of the wrestlers you've seen from our part of the state, not just our local kids, but our part of the state?
Well, we'll start with the local kids. I took away that all of our kids performed well here.
Yep.
Even the ones that got beat, they looked like they deserved to be here. It wasn't one of those that, hey, I had a weak district and I got in. All of our kids looked like they should be here, knew what they were doing, wrestled well. Maybe got beat by a higher score, but were in the match, had chances in those matches. So, and to have 13 kids here was amazing. Have 13 kids, have 12 of them make it through.
Just wanted to give a quick update. Aiden Smith of Atlantic loses by fall in his consolation semifinal. Actually lost 6-3 in his consolation semifinal. So he will be moving into the 5th, 6th place match.
To have all of our kids get through except for one, day one was incredible.
Yep.
I can't remember day. And then now to have 6 of them, and the worst they're going to get is 6th place. Just something that is amazing, and it goes to me back to that little kids program and being taught young, and all those kids being taught correctly and just wrestling right.
Vincent Mayberry here, Jeff, of Glenwood loses by major decision in his consolation semifinal as well by a final of 14-6.
Downey from Clarinda's is on the mat right now. Mat 2 is losing 6-3. Kodum is still 0s at Sergeant Bluff-Luton. And Ernst from Sergeant Bluff-Luton is up 2-0. But the other thing I've noticed, I'm not able to get that off there. That doesn't seem to do anything. I'm not sure.
Let's move you away, because
maybe move this away from the cords.
Yeah. We've got a hum, folks. We're trying to work on it, but
that's getting worse.
Yep, it is.
I'm not sure what we got going on here.
We've got about 4 million cords up here, folks, so it's one of those things that you got to try to figure out what the issues are.
Something is causing it, but there we go. Whatever you're doing there is fixing it. There, that's better. Whatever that, hold on to that cord. There you go. One of the things I've noticed, there's not nearly as many black eyes. I don't know what the cause of that might be, but typically you see a bunch of guys down here with their eyes blackened and what have you. You don't see a lot of that. I think a lot of us talking to Coach Noggle, guys are reaching for the elbow on a cross face, where we used to go across the face and make you kind of not want to be on the mat. They're going for a pin and less of that. So I found that interesting.
Yep.
A lot of rolling around, not really doing traditional moves. A lot of flexible kids grabbing. So just different styles. But boy, I tell you what I come out with the most. So when you see the Lisbons and the Don Boscos and the Waverly Shell Rocks and what have you, the difference is those kids know where the weight room is. I'm not sure they ever leave the weight room, and I know they're lifting heavy and hard during season as well. So those kids are physically dominant. Just you can walk out on the mat and see the difference.
And I was having a conversation to kind of tag onto that, Jeff, yesterday with one of our area wrestling coaches, and they made the comment that if you look at the guys from our area and then you look at their competitors, they're within 5 pounds of each other to be in that weight class, or within 5, 6, 7 pounds of each other. But the other kids look 10, 12 pounds bigger simply because of weight room activity.
It looks like men against boys.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Yep.
Yep. And that doesn't always tell everything, but I can tell you if you were down here and you saw it, if you look at the elite programs, there's no doubt in your mind what the difference is in size. I mean, it's definitely a size difference.
And Jeff, I'm going to tag on as well. Earlier you were talking about all of our guys looking like they deserve to be down here. I love the aggressiveness of being down on the mats and just off of the mats. I literally was sitting where the photographers sit to take their photos and watching every single one of our matches before I would go back and interview the kids. And when you're up that close, it's the intensity and the aggressiveness that our area wrestlers have come out with down here at the state tournament. I think they took it to a different level this year. I think that's part of the reason you're seeing 6 of the 13 kids still wrestling here on a Saturday compared to maybe some of the years that we've had in the past. There's been a different mentality coming down this season, I think.
Definitely. I think you really saw it in the Carroll kids being down a class. I think that helped. Yeah, I was talking to one of the elite people in the state here a little bit ago, and we were talking about they're going to have to try to figure out something with Class 3A, because you can't take the Ballards and the Bondurants and the Carrolls and compete with Waverly Shell Rock and Waukee Northwest and Norfolk. You can't do that. I mean, it's too big. So they're going to have to figure something out. And the other thing we talked about is, how can you go away from beds, not do beds, and be able to combine some of these smaller schools together so that you can actually have a full match? So I think you go away and you just go with how many kids are out.
We just got called up to mat number 1, so Sterling Rodman going to be having his matchup coming up on mat number 1. So, Jeff, I'm going to let you have the call of that.
All right, we're going to go here and thank you to the Carroll Booster Club for sponsoring all of the Carroll wrestling down here at the State Wrestling Tournament. So we have Sterling Rodman. He will be on mat number 1, and he is taking on Brady Ortner, and this will be a rematch of the first match of the day for him, or the match of the tournament. Sterling will be wearing the black with the orange tiger stripes on it. I like those unis. Actually, I heard from Coach Noggle he'd rather have them in the oranges, but the kids like this. So here we go, mat number 1. Circling around in the middle. And we got a nice tie up. There's a shuck by Sterling. Defended well by Ortner.
And Jeff, you mentioned that Rodman and Ortner met in the first round. Ortner won that 12-4 by major decision.
Got a head tie just outside of the center. Rodman tries to head shuck again. Ortner now takes a head tap, gets that right or that left leg's got it picked up. Now he switches off to a double. Whizzer combo in there by Rodman. Is able to defend it. Now he blocks it off. They're on the edge of the mat, both tugging pretty good, but no score. Minute 27 to go here. We're at the edge of the mat. Rodman tried to throw, misses it, lands underneath, and that'd be a takedown for Ortner. 2-0 now. Ortner over Rodman from Carroll. Again, thank you to the Carroll Booster Club for sponsoring all the Carroll wrestling down here. 2-0. Rodman's going to start down. Minute 20 to go. He just goes down, tries to block the legs from coming in. He's got his head down the mat. Now he's working his way, trying to work back up. Ortner's got the arms trapped in, really trying to get a leg in. Now he's got a crossbody in front. got that arm bar in, cross body. Really putting a lot of pressure on the head, keeping him down. He's got that cross arm now. Now he's going to try to throw a half from the left side. Rodman's up to his knees. Now he gets up to his feet, or just about his feet. He's got his hands still on the mat. High ride that time. Ordinary sucks him back in.
And Jeff, when these two met in that opening round, I remember talking to Rodman afterwards, and he said he came out very tentative, was a little nervous first time down here. I think we'll see a different wrestler
Trying
today.
to hook him in a cradle right now. He's got the tilt set up. He's going to flip him over. There's back points in the tilt. He's going to get 2. So far now he's up to 3. And Rodman gets back to his back. Nope, just going to give 2. So it's 4-0 right now with 17 seconds to go here in the first period. Rodman's trying to turn back into Ortner, but Ortner's going to counter by hooking that ankle. He's got that cross arm underneath. And try to hook up a cradle here, it looks like, but with 4 seconds to go, I think they're just going to ride the period out. And that's what they're going to do. 4-0 here after the first period.
Real quick update, Jeff. Gabriel Christensen from Ballard right now taking on Nick Rinke of Dyke New Hartford. That one in the first period scoreless at 182 pounds.
Rodman's going to take the up position here, or neutral. So 4-0 he's down in period number 2. Again, he will wrestle twice no matter what today. So if he wins, he's going for 3rd and 4th. If he loses, 5th and 6th. So he's still on the podium and quite a ways up. We're circling in the middle. 4-0. Rodman's down. He takes an attempted shot there. Nothing going on. Now he's trying to shuck by. He gets caught. Now he's got an underhook. Wizard trying to get it back out of it. He gets faced up and no damage. 4-0 right now. Now there's a shot by Ortner. He's on the leg, tight again. Rodman hips him over. He's got him kind of caught, but he's going to come out the back end and down out of bounds. Oh boy, I thought he had 2. So we're still up. Tried to shuck him by, tried to sneak in there, and Ortner's quick, tried to sneak out the back door, and no harm, no foul. 4-0 with 1:24 to go here in the second period. Still circling in the middle. Guys trying to get an open leg here. That's a shot. Nice single leg that time by Rodman. He needs to circle around. He's got that right leg. Ortner's sprawled out on top of his head. Trying to tuck the head now. He's got a half Nelson put in there, trying to shuck his Ortner. Rodman's trying to stay up. He spins around. Ortner is trying to. Rodman blocks him off. He's now down on his belly. He's got a leg hook. Does Rodman. Now there's 2. And he's got him turned for back points. Does Ortner. So Rodman now on his back tight with 50 seconds to go. He's going to give up 3 back points. 6-0 right now. Ortner over Sterling Rodman Carroll. Tight now with the headlock. Lifting the head. Sterling's in a tough position right now. And there's going to be the fall. So Rodman's going to go on and wrestle for 5th and 6th place. And we'll try to get that for you, who he's wrestling.
And Jeff, here real quick, just some updates at 160 pounds. Dawson Bond of Red Oak and Logan Fairchild of Winterset are tied at 2 apiece. And now Bond just goes ahead 3-2. On mat number 6, Zane Bendorf of Harlan is scoreless with Braden McShane of New Hampton at Turkey Valley. C.J. Hissler of Webster City is tied 2-2 with Josiah Bunt of MOC at Floyd Valley. Also, Gabriel Christensen trailing 3-0 right now to Rick Rinke of Dyke New Hartford. So those are some updates. And Carter Schmuck now on the mats as well from Winterset. He is scoreless in the first period with Cole Jeffries of Osage.
And the one we really care about right now is mat number 3. That's 2A 170 match 23:55. That's Collins and Ross, and that's who will be wrestling here for Sterling.
And Ross right now, or Roos, is up 1-0.
I'm sorry, Roos, 1-0. The third period, 2 minutes ago, just started the third. So
Jeff, do you want to call that one out?
Well, no, we'll just keep an eye on it. We'll try to keep you updated. Fairchild from Winterset's down 3-2 with 34 seconds to go here, so we want to keep an eye on him as well. And then we got Schmuck again, just getting started in period number 1 on mat number 1. Keep an eye here on who Sterling will wrestle. Kind of keep an eye and see what we see as far as matchup-wise. Both guys wrestle a little slow, not a lot of energy level left this time of day.
Next up on net number 7,
looks like
Clark Young Green, Mount Vernon,
So the red is Roos. So Roos got a takedown there, so now it's 3-1. So Roos is going to control. Down on mat number 4. Schmuck now looks like he's controlling it fairly well. So just taking a peek here at mat number 1. Not a whole lot going on there as well. Mat 1. Is that that's Denison wrestling, right? Mat number 1 is Carson from Cherry from. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Webster City.
Yeah, that's Webster City right now against Central Decatur on mat 1.
So again, we're keeping an eye on mat number 3, Collins and Roos. And there's a pin.
Roos going to pick up the win by fall. So Drake Collins.
And that's who we thought. So Coach and I thought that's who we had this round, and I think that matches up pretty well for Sterling. So Sterling Rodman will take on Collins. I think that's from Wellmark, isn't it?
Webster City.
Collins?
Yep, Webster City.
No, sorry, that's not Webster City. WELI is not Webster City. WECI is Webster City.
They had Webster City on the thing, Jeff. So
that wasn't their unis, but okay. So anyway, Sterling will be coming back here. And now we're going to roll right through. We're going to roll right through here. Just check and see if they may still have it up. And they do not.
They had it wrong on the thing. It's West Liberty.
Yeah, West Liberty. I was going to say, I think that was West Liberty they were having on there. So anyway, we're going to take a quick break here. We'll come back. We've got the 2As will be coming through, so we'll give you some there. We're going to do a couple commercials, and we'll come back and we'll listen to Jeff Storyhon, and we'll try to keep you guys updated. We'll come back and forth on those.
Clucky Custom LLC in Templeton can make your life easier. If you don't have the correct equipment, the time, and are looking for convenience, Clucky Custom LLC can help. They do grain vacuuming, and they will also come to your farm and do the work for you by cleaning your grain bins thoroughly and efficiently. They do custom hauling as well. Contact Steve at 712-830-2206. That number again, 712-830-2206 to set up your vacuuming and trucking needs.
At Drago SCI, they understand raising a corn crop can be a constant battle. They want to help you fight back. Drago corn heads are built with superior technology to handle the most adverse crop conditions you can encounter, all while saving you more corn. Call 712-999-CORN. That's 712-999-CORN. And ask how their features can help you harvest more with a Drago. Drago SCI, proud sponsor of all area wrestlers.
Jeff Blankman joined here today, my very special guest. We've got Jeff Storyhon in the house. And folks, if you're not familiar with the name, I know you're probably familiar with the work. Longtime photographer in the Carroll area of high school athletics and just other things in the community of Carroll. Jeff, appreciate you coming in today.
Oh, thanks. It's good to be here with it.
Jeff, I say long time, not calling you old by any means.
Let's call it like it is.
Yeah,
I am.
But you've been in Carroll since the mid-'80s, correct?
Late 80s.
Late 80s?
Late
okay.
80s. Moved here in 1988.
I was thinking 86, but 88.
1988.
Okay. So, and you went to work originally for the Carroll Today.
That is correct, yep.
And then for the Daily Times Herald.
Yep. Worked at the, I came from Postville, Iowa, which was a small town in northeast Iowa. And Postville has and still does have a pretty good reputation for wrestling. And, you know, that kind of fit into, you know, some of my interests in that as far as covering sports and that with it. But when I moved to Carroll, this was even, you know, to give you an idea how long ago this was, Carroll High was still wrestling and playing basketball, what is now Adams Middle School with it. So the new high school and new facility was being built, but that first year or two that I was down here, I had the luxury of shooting in that gymnasium, and anybody that spent some time in that gym knows exactly what type of facility it is that we're talking about. And today, you know, the lighting in there is so much better than what it was back then. So that was interesting, to say the least.
You were probably very happy then that the new facility was built.
Oh, yes. Yeah, very much so. For a photographer, when you start talking about facilities and lighting, that's what's important,
Yep.
and good competition, obviously, with it. But when you start looking at facilities and that with it, that's where that's what really gets everybody's interest. It's behind the camera, that with it. So back to Adams there for a minute. At that time, when we would do wrestling team photos for Carroll High, that was downstairs in that little basement gymnasium that they had, and I think Brian Hogue might have been coaching at that time with it.
Yep.
Maybe I stand corrected on that with it, but that's where we did team photos at and that with it, and that's where they had practice.
Hi, this is Danny Mackey, and all of us here at Mackey Motors in Lake City are so proud of the
Jeff
South.
Blankman joined here today by a very special guest. We've got Jeff Storyhon in the house, and folks, if you're not familiar with the name, I know you're probably familiar with the work. Longtime photographer in the Carroll area of high school athletics and just other things in the community of Carroll. Jeff, appreciate you coming in today.
Oh, thanks. It's good to be here with it.
Jeff, I say long time, not calling you old by any means.
Let's call it like it is.
Yeah.
I am.
But you've been in Carroll since the mid-'80s, correct?
Late 80s.
Late
Yep,
80s?
Late
Okay.
80s. Moved here in 1988.
I was
That
thinking
is correct.
86, but
Yep,
88.
1988.
Okay. So, and you went to work originally for the Carroll Today,
That is correct. Yep.
and then for the Daily Times Herald.
Yep. Worked at the I came from Postville, Iowa, which was a small town in northeast Iowa. And Postville has and still does have a pretty good reputation for wrestling. And, that
Yes.
kind of fit into, some of my interests in that as far as covering sports and that with it. But when I moved to Carroll, this was even, to give you an idea how long ago this was, Carroll High was still wrestling and playing basketball, what is now Adams Middle School. With
Right.
it. So the new high school and new facility was being built, but that first year or two that I was down here, I had the luxury of shooting in that gymnasium, and anybody that spent some time in that gym knows exactly what type of facility it is that we're talking about. And today, the lighting in there is so much better than what it was back then. So that was interesting, to say the least.
You were probably very happy then that the new facility was built.
Oh, yes. Yeah, very much so. For a photographer, when you start talking about facilities and lighting, that's what's important,
Yep.
and good competition, obviously, with it. But when you start looking at facilities and that with it, that's where that's what really gets everybody's interest. It's behind the camera, that with it. So back to Adams there for a minute. At that time, when we would do wrestling team photos for Carroll High, that was downstairs in that little basement gymnasium that they had, and I think Brian Hogue might have been coaching at that time with it.
Yep.
Maybe I stand corrected on that with it, but that's where we did team photos at and that with it, and that's where they had practices. And then, you walk down there, even today, I'm not sure what capacity, how they're using that, if they still have it or not with it, but I can't imagine when they were playing basketball down there, that with it, but wrestling, that's where they had their practices at that time. So that was always pretty interesting in that with it. So
I did get the pleasure of playing against Carroll High in 1989 at Adams Elementary.
I might have photographed you.
You probably did.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. So, but
hey, I think I actually did photograph you in a game, maybe at Arweva.
at Arweva,
That
probably.
could have been.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit because I graduated high school in
'89.
'89.
Different note here, but there's some history with that one there. That's for sure.
There is.
So.
Yeah, you probably have the picture that Tyler Edwards gives me a hard time about all the time was probably the picture you took. But you have shot every single sport from the local schools that they've played, whether it be soccer or tennis, which are the newer ones, to wrestling, to basketball, to football, to volleyball, baseball, softball. It doesn't matter. You've had the opportunity to shoot every school and every sport that we've got in the area.
That's... I look back at that with it, and I don't want to make it sound like, hey, I'm done and over the hill and retiring here by any means with it. But, when you look back at that and somebody will ask you, well, what's your favorite sport? Or, what was your favorite game or what was your favorite moment? And the luxury of being able to do something like that with it is that you get to spend a lot of time shooting and seeing and meeting a lot of cool people and that with it. And you get to see some really great competition. The downside of doing that is that after a while, it starts to merge together a little bit. So when somebody asks, what was your favorite moment in sport and that with that, and I can't say that I have like favorite moments. There are some that come to mind, but the ones that stand out are moments when you have an unexpected finish, or you see something that's like, wow, that was like really, really cool.
Right.
That was totally unexpected, or, that was a great comeback, or, that was the pinnacle of sport. And when you get a chance to be a spectator, be a participant in it, or, in my case, I get the photograph in that with it. It's neat in the sense that you can see that.
Right.
And you get the experience with it. But being a photographer with it, you always have to kind of separate yourself from the event itself, and you can't become emotionally attached to it.
Right.
And from a journalistic standpoint and from a photographer, that's the thing that's challenging. It's like, keeping yourself separated from the moment, because it's way, way too easy to get caught up in it. But you have to, you have to be able to use that energy sometimes too, but trying to capture that's the challenging part with it too. So,
and you do such a great job. I know you hate it when I say that, but you do a great job. You're actually still shooting high school sports in the area today. I want to let you talk a little bit about that. It's kind of tied in with us here at Carroll Broadcasting as we're able to use the photos that you go out and take at the different high school events, and we post those to our website. People can find them at sports.1380kcim.com, also on our Facebook page. But it's in conjunction with a couple other area businesses, and want to give you a chance to kind of talk about what you're doing and where people can find those photos.
Right. We'll bring that up to a little bit of a past history. Journalism, not only in Iowa, but around the world, has changed significantly from when I started. And with those changes come a difference in how we're using product and how that product is being shared with others. And the old print days and that with it, that's something that's I'm not going to say is coming to a close with it, but it certainly has faced some challenges in the past 2 decades and that
right.
with it. And when I had the opportunity to catch up with and meet up with some individual companies in our community here that wanted to step up and support some of our local athletics and coverage of that, well, that was a great opportunity to do that. So Jeannie Kirchhoff down in Templeton and Manning, and that she currently is one of our sponsors. And then Judy Vision Clinic up in Lake City and Gowrie and Lakeview. They've stepped up and they've done some help with supporting this effort. But the idea behind this is that we can go out and we can cover athletics, we can cover events and that with it, and then through their generosity of supporting me with it, we're able to take those images, share them through Carroll Broadcasting and their different social media platforms. And the cool thing is that we can make that as a free download for individuals, people that want to go in and, take those images and use them for whatever purposes they want to. The idea on this is that we can take it and fill somebody's scrapbook, when they're going through their high school careers. And I should say some collegiate, because every once in a while we do get to do some collegiate stuff in that with it also. So, that's something, this is a very new venture, and it's something that's, it's in the works still. And been doing this for about 1.5 years now. And through that, we've learned a lot about, how we can take this product, share it with others, how we can benefit from this in the sense that, hey, we can help some people out here with this. And, that's the motivating factor with this. So that's where we're at with it today. We're still evolving with how we're taking this product. And, in the coming months, as we get into the spring sports season, I think we're going to see some additional opportunities and how we're going to take this to, to take it out to the world and, give it to people that way with it. So I'm sure there's going to be some bumps down the road here as we're doing this thing, because it is a new way of doing this. So we'll, we'll kind of we'll progress at that point there as we go along. So
I got to ask, and I know it varies from night to night and event to event, but there are nights you'll take, what's the average amount of photos? And then you and I communicate through text. I'm back at my studio typing up results and posting things to our website. You're home editing things. People don't realize how late at night you're up. You got a full-time job that you got to go to early in the morning, but you're up late at night editing these things to be able to get them out.
Typically, when we go to an event, and we'll use basketball as an example here with it, a lot of times I'll go in and I'll shoot the first half of an event, and then I'll break away at halftime and maybe start editing a little bit during that second half. And if the game is a close game where it's going to come down to the final couple possessions, which is what every sports broadcaster, journalist wants to see. They want to see that last second shot.
Yes.
So we'll go back in and cover the the end of the game like that. But during that that halftime and maybe part of that third quarter, I'll sit back and do some of my editing, and then when I get home later on, then I'll finish the editing and wrap everything up. But typically it might be anywhere from 10 o'clock to midnight or so before we get those images uploaded and that with it. And it depends a lot on the venue. It depends on, if I'm traveling, if it depends, if it's if it's in Carroll, or if it's on the road someplace with it. So that part of it is, there's so many factors that go into it. And, a popular question everybody asks is like, well, how many photos do you take at a game? How many? And
it really varies.
It does with it, but here's a way that I approach it. So it's like there's some nights when the photos just come super easy, and then there's some nights when you just struggle to get anything to work right with it. And it's not an equipment thing; it's more so wrong spot at the wrong time, wrong end of the floor, wrong side of the mat, or something like that with it. So there is a little bit of luck involved with it, but you also make your luck with it too. So numbers-wise, for a typical wrestling meet, might be 600 to 700 frames or so, and those are just what we call raw images. With it, and from that, I'll edit down maybe anywhere from 65 to 95 photos, and then we'll post those to a gallery, and hopefully, that's something that, that covers the event with it. That's the goal, is we want to, create images that capture the excitement and, the everything that goes along with a meet like that. And, hey, some events are good events to cover, and then there's some events that are not so good events to cover. But, regardless of what the outcome is, the job is to capture those moments, through photos and that with it. And I guess, I had a professor, many years ago that, tried to explain to us, what is a photograph? Well, basically a photograph, regardless of what media it's on, if it's on camera, film, digital, phone, or any of those devices that we capture it with, a photograph is simple. It is a moment in time that is captured. It's frozen. And we can take that image and we can share it with others. And that's different than capturing something on video, obviously, because of, you're freezing that one moment in time. And if you think back to a favorite photograph that you have, it might be sport, it might be landscape, it might be family or something like that. And you look at that photograph and you recall the emotions and the time and the place and the setting, that everything that goes with it, because that's exactly what it is. It's captured this moment and it's frozen in time. And the cool thing is you get to share that with others.
Jeff, I've got to give a quick shout out to your site. Go to Facebook and go to search Viewfinder 22, folks, if you want to look at all the different things that Jeff does. He does a lot of sports stuff, but you go out, there's times you're on like trips or something somewhere and you'll take some shots and you throw those out and stuff. So people need to check out your work. If they want to purchase any of the stuff that you've done, if they missed the free part of it, they can go back and purchase stuff. So we're going to step away. We're going to have a second part of the interview coming up with you in just a moment.
Hi, this is Danny Mackey, and all of us here at Mackey Motors in Lake City are so proud of the South Central Calhoun wrestlers and members of all sports teams at SCC and throughout the region. It's been our pleasure to serve the area with a focus on customer satisfaction for over 50 years. When you buy a new Chevy or Buick, purchase a certified pre-owned vehicle, use the Quick Lube bays, or get service or body work done, know that Mackey Motors is a member of your team every step of the way.
Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
Pye Electric in Dedham is proud to sponsor all area wrestlers. Pye Electric is a family-owned and operated electrical business that does residential and agricultural electrical needs. Here's some wrestling life lessons from Pye Electric. Stay courageous under pressure. Your character is more important than how good you are. Being disciplined pays off. Nothing worthwhile comes easy. And believe in yourself and never give up. Good luck, wrestlers, from Pi Electric in Dedham.
RJV Transport and Peterson Logistics in Westside is the area's expert in transportation, distribution, and logistics. With reliable drivers and top-of-the-line equipment, you can count on them to get the job done and get it done right. Not only does RJV Transport haul grain, rock, dry van, and refrigerated freight, they've even earned expertise in truck repair. Check out RJV Transport on Facebook to learn more about their services and employment opportunities, or call Aaron at 515-231-6742 today.
More popcorn and laughter-filled family movie nights. More video chatting with Grandpa and Grandma to show them that perfect snowman. At Western Iowa Networks, our job is to provide you more. From Wi-Fi with no data caps, to phone, to crystal clear digital TV, Western Iowa Networks will always be there to give you more. Sign up today at westianet.com. Call or text Western Iowa Networks now at 712-775-2946 and save $10 per month on fiber internet and lock in that price for 2 years.
And welcome back to Wells Fargo Arena. Jeff Honnold and Jeff Blankman here with you. Coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth. And, what a cool day. All these guys are here are going to be on the podium. It's just where they're going to be. Actually, they're getting higher on the podium. They're going for either third or fifth in that area is what they're shooting for. So kind of cool. This tells you where they're going to go, Jeff.
Yeah, it does. And such a fun day, Jeff. You're happy for these kids. The one thing that always stands out to me in talking with them after this, they want to be on this Saturday. They'd love to be on Saturday night. They're okay, and they're really happy to be able to be on this part of Saturday because it guarantees them that they're going to be on the podium. But there's not been a wrestler, minus maybe Taylor Berger after he won the state title, that I can remember talking to. One of the first things they said to me is I can't wait to go eat.
Yeah, yeah. It's a long grind, folks, and especially down here. You're used to wrestling maybe 1-2 days a week, and you get some days off. You have to keep weight down here, and you got to eat, but you got to watch what you eat, but you got to make weight, you got to work out. So it's a tough deal down here. They do give you some pound allowances, but 1 pound is a glass of water. So, and it's sad that I remember that. You can gain 2 pounds with a glass of water if you drink it wrong. So, and we were talking off air, Jeff. One of the things that's being kicked around right now is the girls' state tournament being run about the same time as sectionals, and they're thinking about eliminating the sectionals and maybe going with all districts and maybe taking another kid or two out of districts and making this a 4-day tournament. Cool ideas. It's going to be a grind down here for 4 days, but it'll be interesting to see what they do with the girls' state tournament and the dual tournament and how they get everything to go through.
Yeah, and as a media guy, I will say extending it to 4 is going to be difficult for us in our business with all of the things that we have going on for postseason at the time. It's going to put a little more stress on us, but it's not about us. It's about the kids, and we'll do the best we can get them covered.
Yeah, and it's logistics. I find it interesting that they were going to maybe keep it the girls' tournament over in Coralville, possibly. So it'll be interesting to see. You got the mats here. You would think maybe they could sneak it in, but I would guess they're going to do all week then, probably make the dual tournament a 2-day tournament.
A dual tournament is going to be the Saturday of sectionals.
Oh,
and
so
then they'll have that on the state dual tournament, from what I understand, will be the Saturday of sectionals. And then you'll have your district, which would be your qualifying. They're going to add 8 kids to the state tournament, so you'll take the top 24 instead of the top 16.
That won't work because you won't know your dual tournament teams till after districts.
They are going to They are going to do the state duels based off of rankings rather than off of qualifying through sectionals and districts. Yep.
Well, you know what? That's better for the kids. They'll get more of a break. It's been rough on them down here.
Yep. So
interesting.
Jeff, want to run through here scores here real quick from the day for our other area conference teams. We'll start off. I've got them listed by conference here. Gabriel Christensen of Ballard lost 5-1. Connor Fisher of Bondurant Farrar won 3-2. Maximus Riggins, also of Bondurant Farrar, lost 10-3. Chase Fisher of Bondurant Farrar lost 3-2. Ty Solverson of Boone won by fall at a minute 13. Aiden Serrano of Carlisle won 13-5. It was Brady Behringer of Winterset losing 3-2. Carter Schmuck of Winterset lost 5-2. We'll move on now to the Hawkeye 10 Conference. Cale Downey of Clarinda lost 8-5. It was Logan Green of Clarinda losing 5-3, and sudden victory, I should say, won. It was Zane Bendorf of Harlan losing 9-5, and Dawson Bond of Red Oak won his matchup today by a final of 3-2.
And we have a winner of the unique best name I've heard down here. Rowdy Neighbor.
Rowdy Neighbor.
Rowdy Neighbor. That might be the winner. That might be the winner of the name down here. That's pretty cool. Pretty funny. I had to look it up twice. Like, Rowdy. He did say Rowdy Neighbor, huh? Well, either your parents really loved you or you're a rowdy little kid. But
well, I liked the kid from Heelan, Sir Brandon Watts.
That's not
I wonder if he's been knighted or whatever you call it to get the like they do in England or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I want to give a shout out to the Iowa State athletic trainers. This is the 50th year that they've volunteered down here, so that's a big deal. 50 years of bringing kids down here.
And then speaking of shout outs, Jeannie Kirchhoff, I want to thank her. She's covering Jeff Storyhon coming down here. If people know the name Jeff Storyhon but don't know where Jeff's from, Jeff's been taking photos of sports in Carroll since 1986. He does a great job. He's been down here since Thursday evening all day Friday, and he'll be here all day today and tonight. You can find his photos on Jeannie Kirchhoff's Facebook page, on the Carroll Broadcasting Facebook pages, and we'll get a link as well with his Viewfinder 22 up on the results pages that we've been having, and on the Brinks Exterior Sports Reports pages that we've been putting up. So you'll be able to find his work, that you can download his photos for free from down here at the state wrestling tournament. Thanks to Jeannie Kirchhoff for that. So we thank Jeannie, we thank Jeff for coming down, and I want to thank Jeff Honnold and Bill Kane as well for all the work they've put in, broadcasting the last couple of days, and thanks as well to Tyler Bruner. He probably feels like he takes a beating from me sometimes because I'm always walking in there with new things to do and new ideas, but he did a lot of all of these audio commercials. He put those together for us and kind of created what we're using down here at the state tournament to bring you the broadcast.
Yeah, we were laughing yesterday. Bill was getting a good chuckle. So I'll kind of describe my setup here. To my left, I have my touchscreen laptop, and that has all the different brackets, or not the brackets, it has all the different matches that are going on.
Yep.
We have a Boone kid on mat 2 right now. And then in the center, I got my cell phone right next to that. Then we have an iPad that's leaning back, and it has all the commercials and everything. I can see what you guys are seeing. Down below, I would call it a mini iPad. It's a little YOLO box. It's about half the size or quarter size of the iPad. That's actually what I use to turn on and off mics and go back and forth. To my right, we have the actual audio broadcast unit that we would use if we would hook up phone line. If anybody's ever seen us broadcast, that's what we take and do it. On top of that, there's a Google iPad that I have a touch screen, and that has the brackets on there that I can go see right and get team scores, what have you. So, and then Bill is old school. He had a piece of paper and his pen, and he was rolling around. Now I look over to you. You've got an iPad in front of you, and then to the right, you've got a laptop touch screen that you have we call it the hub, with a dashboard up where you can see the different scores. So,
and then I'm old school too, because I got everything written out so that it's easier to just glance down and look at it.
Yeah, I have, on top of my laptop right now is a clipboard with all the brackets that we have going on. under the clipboard, there's the commercials and the schedules, and so there's paper all over the place here. You just got to kind of figure out where I got it stashed.
And the funny part of today, Jeff, is that we had that hum at the beginning of the day. I want to tell folks how we figured out how to get the hum to go. I'm sitting here holding on to 2 cables with my left arm reached completely out in front of me, holding 2 cables in place so that they don't move.
And the funny part about that is if you move your stuff farther away, it gets louder.
Yep.
So it really is. We can hear the hum the same as you can. You learn to ignore some of it, but it really is trial and effort. One day it was holding on to the broadcast unit, made it go away. Sometimes it's cell phone that'll make it go. You never know. It's just trying to figure out where it's at. But
when you have 45 cables laying all kind of on top of each other, it can be anything.
It literally is about 45 cables, folks. By the time you put the headsets and get things hooked to in and out.
So I'm going to apologize to our listeners, Jeff, because I don't know if you'll be able to hold the cables while I'm down, because when our local wrestlers go up for their placement matches, I'm heading down to the floor to be able to do.
If it's your laptop, we may just be able to unplug
It's not my laptop, so.
Well, we may have to throw it over. So we got a boom kit on mat number 2 right now. So we're at 220 now. So we're going to be coming back at 152, and that's going to be Shea Parkis. We want to thank Kemper Booster Club for sponsoring that. And we want to go through that. Let's thank Corn Belt Power Cooperative. They took care of all of the ESAC County wrestling that went on down here. We want to thank Mackey Motors. They have sponsored all the South Central Calhoun.
And it's Corn Belt Telephone, Jeff.
Corn Belt Telephone. I'm sorry. I was doing that wrong. Mackey Motors did all the South Central wrestlers down here. Kemper Booster Club, of course, did all the Kemper kids, and the Carroll Booster Club did all of the Carroll wrestling. So we thank them.
And you got a list of all of our sponsors laying over there. If we have time, let's run through that whole list. I want to thank everybody.
I'll let you read that.
Yep, absolutely. Want to thank Borden Arrows, also Redinas Chiropractic, Carroll Eye Care Associates, Culver's, Carroll Cardinals, O'Halloran's, Coon Bowl 3, Quant Auto Salvage, Motor Inn, and along with Jacobson Seed, Feldfire, DMAC, Commercial Savings Bank, and Kit Plumbing. So thanks to those sponsors. And then our major sponsors down here as well: American Home Shield, Audubon Rec Center, Champion Chrysler, DR Electric, Drago SEI, Clucky Customs, Mackey Motors, Pi Electric, RJV Transport, Western Iowa Networks. Want to thank Gatorade for sponsoring our broadcast booth, and also want to thank Western Iowa Networks. They were the main sponsor for our coverage on our digital platform, which is where all the results are going and all of the video interviews are going.
Incredible work down here, Jeff. You and I talked about this last year. I've had some questions. Why internet only? Why not radio? It was so hard trying to time it out. And then you got into the night session. You only have 3 stations, and you got basketball live going on and wrestling going live. And, we've done this kind of a platform for state track. We've watched some other people doing this type of platform. We wondered if we could fill the entire session. Thank goodness for the kids. 13 kids down here filled up the session for us, so we didn't have a lot of time to kill. We did do some interviews. We got some cool interviews done ahead of time if we need them. But, just a wonderful platform here. And then you got the interviews and what have you. And it's saved out there. If anybody missed a match, they can go back and pick it up and listen and do whatever they need to. So kudos for you. And again, Tyler, he is just a wizard at these videos and these commercials. And what a great job he did loading that up here and making it easy for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick here, Jeff, Logan Reese of Loma leading right now 4-1 over Brody Brisker of Wilton. That's in Class 1A at 113 pounds. Of course, Loma in the Western Iowa Conference with Audubon and IKM Manning out of our local area. Also want to give one other update here. Tegan Slayball of ACGC leading right now. Kale Judish of Sumner Fredericksburg 2-0 at 113 pounds. That is late in the first period. Blake Allen of Underwood, sophomore, is scoreless with Preston Klosterman of Alburnett. That's at 120 pounds. That one just getting ready to get underway. So that's an update. And Hector Garcia right now.
1-1.
Yep, Boone 1-1 with Hector Garcia of Boone is 1-1 right now with Maddox, Borcherding, Johnson out of Norwalk. So that's kind of the latest
and I'll
update.
give you a little update on that. They are not keeping dashboard up quite as quick as they need to. We were falling behind on that earlier this week. So just let you know that. We got caught a couple times on that one. So we got the action right now. We're all the way up to 120 wrestlers. So we're going to stay here. We're going to take a quick break, I guess. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we should have Shea Parkis from Kepper coming up after this.
Bordenero's Meat Market and Deli is a specialty meat shop offering a full-service meat counter, aged steaks, and frozen foods. They also serve lunch Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 2, featuring their fresh smoked meats and sandwiches. Bordenero's Meat Market and Deli, 516 North Adams in Carroll.
At Radina's Chiropractic, we offer many services including chiropractic care, the 24-hour fitness center, and we also offer products like customized orthotics. We believe in you and want to be a partner in your health journey. Radina's Chiropractic of Lake City.
Today's state wrestling coverage proudly brought to you with help with Carroll Eye Care Associates. Stay ahead of the game and schedule that preventative eye exam today at Carroll Eye Care Associates, Main Street, Carroll. Call 792-9687 for that appointment.
Soup's on at Culver's. Our George's chili is available daily, along with 2 to 4 other varieties every day. From our family to yours, we put the heart and soul into every meal, with an abundance of variety to satisfy the heartiest of appetites.
Culver's, welcome to Delicious.
The goal of the Carroll Cardinals Youth Wrestling Club is to provide a fun and positive learning experience and to strengthen their love for the great sport of wrestling. The club is open to any Carroll area kids in grades K through 8, no matter their size or experience. For more information, look them up on Facebook.
TriVista. We pledge allegiance to the driver. We understand your needs and offer a full line of International, Isuzu, and Dennis Eagle trucks, offering parts, service, body upfitting, and fabrication. We've got you covered. Find us online at TriVistaCompanies.com.
Great place, good food, great fun. It's Coon Bowl. They have 8 lanes of bowling, a great menu, and delicious burgers and sandwiches. Check out their Facebook page for daily specials. The Coon Bowl, 223 6th Avenue South in Coon Rapids.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Want Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Hard to find part? They got you covered. Want Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest.
Welcome back to Wells Fargo Arena. State Wrestling Consolation Round 4, I guess is what we're talking about here. You're coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast with Jeff Honnold and Mr. Blankman. We drug him out of the cellar, brought him up here, dusted him off a little bit. We want to thank Bill Kane.
Yeah.
Boy, is it fun being up here with him.
He is so good, isn't he?
And he and I, we spent a lot of time together, and we're a couple wrestlers. We don't quite walk as fast as we used to. So he and I, when we were walking down to Court Avenue, got to walk, and we both decided the elevator sounded good. And part of it is, too, your knees are bent all day long, and they were sore walking down there. So
I had to laugh because I was concerned that I was going to lose you guys a couple of times. I was walking out in front with Jeff Storyhon and part of another crew, and I kept kind of turning around like I was dad and you guys were my kids, and I was having to make sure you stay close.
We're fine. We're fine. You're not going to lose us. Actually, I know the downtown Skywalk pretty well. So.
Yeah.
But
Jeff, Hector Garcia of Boone as well loses 2-1 here just a moment ago. So there's another update on one of our local kids.
Slay ball from ACGC's up 8-6 right now on mat number 8. So that would be a placement match there at 1A.
Now wrestling on mat number 8 at 138.
So we're at 138. So we're going to stick here, folks, because we're coming in. We're going to be coming in quick. Boots from Lisbon's wrestling. He beat Parkis last night, didn't he? Wasn't that
Yes.
who beat him?
Yep.
So he's behind 2-0 right
Jeff,
now.
I didn't catch Corbin Reese. I don't know if you just updated from Loma leading Brody Brisker of Wilton 17-6 right now. That one about over on mat number 6.
No, I did not catch that one. I'm just kind of
Yep,
Underwood's up. So Allen from Underwood over Klosterman 11-6 in period number 2.
And I think the Underwood match just ended. The final hasn't been posted, but they're off the mat.
So there must have been a fall there. So we're getting ready here for Shea Parkis. I need to get updated here. My computer went blank on me, folks. Sorry about that.
And he's going to be wrestling Lincoln Hollop of Lisbon. Hollop comes in 33-9 on the season. Jeff, we talked to the old, coach down there at Lisbon, Coach Al Baxter, that built that program. What a powerhouse. You know that Shea, and I think Shea's got a really good chance to win this one, but he's going to be tested. The Hollop kid's going to come out. He's going to be aggressive. He's going to be strong. He's going to be technically solid.
Yeah. The one good thing about Shea is he's strong.
Yes.
It's going to take a lot to beat him strength-wise. Lisbon, though, is going to come out and be very, very well coached. He's going to know exactly what to do.
And Jeff, for Shea to get down here and to have success and get himself onto the podium, I know when I was talking with Coach Vaughn this morning as part of the MC Country Cafe Coaches Show, he just couldn't stop talking about Shea Parkis and the amount of work that he puts in and how good of a kid he is and how technically sound he is. And you could just sense in him how much he enjoyed being around that young man.
Well, yeah, he came down last year and had success, but didn't get on the podium. And, now he's on the podium. He's going to be quite a ways up. He has a chance to get all the way back to third. Now, Hollab lost in the semifinals 6-4, so to Reitz from Loma. So, he's going to be a pretty good wrestler here because Reitz is a heck of a wrestler.
Yes, he is.
Number 1 ranked 48-1. So, this is going to be a really tough match, but the good news is you're still going to wrestle for a place. 56 is a really good spot to be in. So either way, congratulations to all of our wrestlers. I think they're looking pretty good.
So I've got to ask you this. Somebody asked me yesterday, and I'm like, I don't know. You tell me. They said, is it better to finish in second or better to finish in third when you're down here?
Second.
I said second because you get into the finals, but then there was that part of me that also said, I'd kind of like to close out on a win, so third wouldn't be that bad. But you want to get into second place because you had a chance then to win it
I got
all.
a chip in a chair. I had a shot at that final. I'm the second best wrestler. I could have gotten caught. Anything could have happened, but I want that shot at the title. Third place is third place. That's a bronze medal. They make it bronze for a reason.
Yep.
So, nope. I want that second place. It's definitely better.
Lincoln Hollop, Lisbon.
Because then
we just got called up.
Hollop of Lisbon, Parkis, Kemper Catholic, up on mat number 6.
Mat 6, right down here in front of us to the left.
And thank you to Kemper Booster Club for sponsoring this broadcast. So we'll be down here on mat 6. So in your same theory, you're talking about 5th place or 7th place. No, I seconds is always better. Higher is always better.
I agreed.
Yeah, this is the kid I remember. This kid's built pretty well. I was kind of questioning how he could be as young as he is. Is he a freshman? No, he's a senior. Okay,
he's a senior. Yep.
They're all built the same. They're all big in the upper chest.
Yeah, the Lisbon kids are all really, really well put together.
And we were talking about that with Jeff Storyhon. It's tough to compete because they've got state wrestling in their wrestling room every day.
Yep.
So we're getting ready to go here on mat number 6. All right, here we go. Shaking hands, and we're off. We're going to circle around right in the middle. Lisbon's going to be, Holcomb likes to stay away. He's not tying up. Both of them that's a shot into the legs on Shea. He crawls out. Another shot. Now Shea comes back, tries to shoot a shot, and it's underhook blocked. Got a tie up underhook by Lisbon. He's pulling away. He likes to stay away, so he's going to be taking some long shots. Both of these guys are tied up now right in the middle of the circle. There's a shot by Parkis. He's got the leg. He's got it lifted up. Trying to cross over. Nice underhook by Holcomb from Lisbon. Blocks it out, and we're on the edge of the mat. Both back up into a tie-up. Right now, Holcomb's got the arm tied up with Parkis. Both arms tied up with Parkis right now. Gets one free. We're doing some head chucks by Parkis, trying to get by, and then we're going to break apart. Minute 15 to go. No score here. Back to the middle of the mat. I think that's strange for the Lisbon kid to realize he can't shuck Parkis quite as like he probably was able to do with most of them. 1:04 to go here. Both of them kind of head tie. We're fighting, trying to get an angle to get a leg. Nothing going on. 0-0 our score here, period number 1. We're pushing, circling back towards center on the far side of the mat. Parkis is in his gold uniform today, by the way. He's been wearing white all week long. There's a shot in on the leg by Holcomb. He gets Parkis on his side, gets the 2-point takedown, has that arm pinned underneath. He's trying to get the leg hooked and get him turned. Parkis trying to get that free. Now he's free, but the legs are in. Got the double leg ride. Oh, no, we got a left side leg ride. We're up. Parkis stands up, and we get potentially dangerous. We go back down. 20 seconds to go. Parkis down 2-0. Period number 1. Holcomb now covers. Parkis tries to stand up. The leg was grabbed. Now he's up to his feet. Grabs the leg, puts him back down, has that leg in the air, and hooks that foot. So now he's got that cross body right in. Parkis stands up, potentially dangerous. So he's getting that leg in there quick and trying to cross body right. He's going to try to do a tilt or something like that, and Parkis understands to get right back up. 18 seconds to go. Parkis now is trying to do a switch. Not able to do it. Now he's to his feet. Drops down to an ankle as Holcomb picks it up. Got Parkis up there. He does the trip. Comes back down over top. Has that leg still trapped. Now he gets the leg in, and Parkis tries to roll through, and they go out of bounds. 2-0. Parkis down here at the end of the first period with 4 seconds to go. Really good match so far out of Shea. Holcomb's going to cover. 4 seconds to go. They're just Granby roll attempt by Parkis, and that'll end the period. So we'll end period number 1. Shea Parkis from Kemper down 2-0. Thank you to Kemper Booster Club for sponsoring this broadcast. Coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth.
Jeff, real quick, while they're not started yet here, Allen from Underwood won his consolation semi at 120 by fall at 438 over the Klosterman kid that we saw earlier in this tournament.
Shea now is on the top position. He tries a spiral ride. Lisbon gets up out of it, Holcomb, and Shea puts him right back down to the mat. He's got that tight underhook. Now he's got the wrist underneath him trapped, trying to do a chicken wing, trying to do a tilt right now and get back points. Holcomb just kind of spreading himself out, not letting anything go on. Now Shea switches over to the other side. Holcomb trying to stand up. He's got one arm posted. Now he's up to his feet. Shea's trying to get him, just going to release him, give him one rather than the two switch that he was going to work on. Minute 26 to go. Shea down 3-0. Holcomb is putting pressure on here, and they're in a tie and a throw tie. They're going to go out of bounds here by the scorer's table. Minute 20 to go. Shea's down 3-0 here in the second period. Really good match out of Shea so far.
He's wrestling really well so far. Gave up that early takedown, Jeff, but didn't really get hurt by it.
So they're dancing around here. See what can go on. He's really looking. Not able to get anything going so far.
Took a shot there, Jeff, just didn't get deep enough to do anything.
No, this Holcomb's really good at blocking things off.
Yep.
And just so you know, the guy that beat Shea is in the finals. So, just depending on where you land here, this could have been a third-place match the way it looks to me, just the way things fall out. But Parkis is doing a good job of wrestling right now. It's 51 seconds to go, down 3-0. Shea now trying to get an arm tie up. There's a shot by Holcomb. He's in the deep. He's going to get that single leg. He's going to come around back behind. The whizzer put in by Shea. Now he's got the 2 points, so it's 5-0. Shea still fighting it, and he gives up. Now he goes flat belly. Trying to hook that whizzer and trying to come out the backside, not able to do that. So, again, 5-0 so far. Holub from Lisbon. Parkis, Kemper. Parkis now on his feet, trying to get loose. Holcomb's got the leg, Holub does, and he puts him back down to the mat. He's got that arm trap now underneath him. Doing a tight squeeze there. 10 seconds to go. Parkis doing a good job of keeping his hips down, not allowing anything to go in there. Just going to let the time run out here. 3, 2, and 1. So end of the second period. Shea Parkis now down 5-0 to Holub from Lisbon. Parkis' choice here. He's trying to decide where he's going to go. Ref says, come on, we got to make a decision. He's going to take neutral. That's probably a good choice. 5-0. Typically you take down, but I don't think you want to be underneath Holub. He's a pretty good rider and sticking that legs in, so this is best shot for Parkis. Tried to maybe get a takedown and roll him to his back. 5-0 here, period number 3. Snap down attempt by Holub, countered by Shea. Shea's now on top, got the head trap. He's trying to rock him back. There's a snap down drag by Holub and comes in from behind and gets 2 more points. That's a heck of a move there. Just snapped him down, drug that arm, and snuck back behind him. 7-0. Now he's going to release Shea. Nope, doesn't get fully released. He's going to do a release, try to take down quick, but never got him fully released. 7-0 now. Holub over Parkis.
Jeff, Dominic Lopez of New London leading Jace Nelson Brown 9-3. The winners of that match and the winner of this one will wrestle. The losers will wrestle.
Shea tries to get his leg free. Now the leg's stuck in, pulls him to his back. He's got back points here. And Shea on top now gets a reversal. 2 points, 2 back, 2 reversal, so it's 9-2. Now Shea on top for the first time. He's really grinding. He's got that elbow put in there right in the middle of the neck. Got the leg in, trying to get that half Nelson. Holub's just burying his head, trying to keep from getting turned here. 9-2 with 1:03 to go. Shea on top for the first time, really putting it to him now. Got those underhooks, trying to get those hands turned. Holub not doing anything, just laying on his belly. Shea drives that half Nelson in there tight, got the head turned, really working, trying to get it, potentially dangerous. He got that elbow too far over the head. Holub just buried himself down in the mat. They're going to ask for stalling, I believe. He's not doing a thing, so it should be, they're asking if it wasn't broke, if he broke the plane. He did the first time. He pulled him over and then held him there for just long enough, but 9-2 our score. Shea Parkis. 46 seconds to go here in the 3rd period. So again, a really good match that time by Shea so far.
Dominic Lopez now up 13-6 on Jace Nelson Brown. Jeff, he's been taking him down here lately and then just letting him up.
9-2. Here we go. Shea on top. He's got to turn him. Try to get a pin probably at this point. Hold him up to his feet. He gets loose. He's just going to release him. So it's going to be 10-2. 36 seconds to go. Holub with a deep fireman's carry. He hits it. So far, Parkis got the head trap. No points given. Still got the head trap. Nope, there's 2 points. Now he's going to go for back points. And he gets 2. So we're at 12-2 right now. And 2 back points. So all of a sudden, that fireman's carry, 15 seconds to go. 15 seconds to go. He still has the same hold. So right now, Shea down. 12-2. Now it's 14-2. 14-2, 3 seconds to go. And that's going to be it. So Shea Parkis is going to move on to wrestle for 5th place. So the next match we'll have up will be at 220. We'll get here who he's going to be wrestled, but 220 we should have Jaden Sword will be the first one up at 220, and then Cal Waninger will be on the bottom side of that bracket. So possibly having 2 guys at the same time. We'll try to keep that updated.
And Jeff, just a quick update here. It'll be Shea Parkis wrestling against Jace Nelson Brown of Emmitsburg. Nelson Brown losing here just now 22-9 was the score in his consolation semifinal.
The cool thing about Shea is most of the time I'm not going to worry about who he has. I think he matches up well, as you see in here. He matched up well, got caught here at the end with a 4-point move, a couple 4-point moves, but he's rarely going to get out-horsed by anybody. So we'll start with Jaden Sword. He's going to wrestle Francis, the number 1 rated wrestler from West Hancock.
Yep.
And he got beat last night 5-2, and I didn't think he wrestled very well. So actually 6-3. I didn't think he wrestled well. I think Sword has a really good shot at that one. And then Cal Waninger, while we have time, he's going to be wrestling Reed from Sigourney. Reed last night has wrestled his way back. He got beat in the first round by Cooper Anderson from Panora. He actually pinned Reed in 5 minutes. So, and that was a 1-0 decision that Cal lost to Anderson, or 30. So, I feel like Cal, if Cal comes out and wrestles the way he did against Sword, He should definitely be wrestling for third place. And then we have him, so Cal up right now. Cal's up on 220, so he's on mat 5. Sword is on mat 3, so we got him up right now. 0-0 is our score on both of them. They're side by side, so we'll try to keep an eye on both of these for you. Thank you to Mackey Motors for sponsoring South Central Wrestling today, or this week, and thank you to the Kemper Booster Club for sponsoring Kemper. 0-0, both of them are wrestling right in the middle of the mats, side by side here, mat 3 and mat 5. Nothing going on in either mat. Kind of keep an eye on both of them for you. A minute to go in Sword's match, minute 25 to go in Cal's. Cal now has a headlock. He's got him in a cradle, inside cradle, see if he gets over. He's got 2 point. Now he got him rolled over. He's got it tight. He's got 2 right now. So it's 4-0 right now, Cal, but he's got it tight. He might get a pin here, and he's got him in tight, and I think that's going to be a pin. Right there it is. Call it, sir. Call it, sir. There's a pin for Cal Waninger. So he's going on for the third place match. Congratulations to Cal. Again, thank you to the Kemper Booster Club for sponsoring all of the Kemper Wrestling. We're going to turn our attention over to Sword right now. See if this will be a rematch of about 4 different matches and good friends. Sword is at 20 seconds to go. We're at 0-0. He's wrestling the number 1 kid in the state. So congratulations to Cal Waninger. He moved on with a pin. So 11 seconds to go here on mat number 3 with Jaden Sword. He's going to shoot, make an attempt. Now it's blocked. And 2-1, no. We're going to get off the mat with no points. Francis tried to spin around on Sword's shot and wasn't able to do it. Sword's got his decision. He's going to defer off. And Francis is going to take down. Sword's going to be covering here. We're in the second period, 0-0 our score. Again, this match is to see if you're going to wrestle for third place. Sword breaks him down. He's got that arm. He's going to try to get an arm bar put in there. Not getting anything there. Riding behind right now. Now he's going to try to break the arm down. There's a switch attempt. Sword follows around. Now they're up to their feet. Francis then gets away for an escape. 1-0. So they're on their feet right in the middle. Sword now tries to head tie. They're working their way back to the middle. Now they're working the far side over by mat number 5. I don't know what you're doing there, Jeff. There's a long shot in there by Francis. He's in deep on a double leg and gets 2. That was a deep double leg. That time now it's 3-0 Francis over Sword. We're at 2:20. We're gonna come right back with the 2As. So don't go away, folks. We're not gonna have any time here. We're gonna have medal rounds right after this. Sword now on the bottom. He tries to go forward. He's gonna be broken down to his stomach. There's a hard crossface. Trying to get the set of cradle up. 3-0 Sword down. Period number 2. And we've got time called. I think it was bloody nose. That was a hard crossface. I'm pretty sure he probably bloodied the nose on that one. They're getting away with crossfaces that I haven't seen before. But part of it is they're saying they're coming in. Oh, Francis might have it. They're throwing that, but they're catching them with the. We used to catch them with our thumbs. They're letting them catch them with the elbow, so they can come back from the hip. We were never allowed to throw them like that. But we were a little meaner with it too. We were using more of the bone. All right, time back. Going to come back in. We're minute 16 to go. Sword's down 3-0. Second period. He's in the down position. Whistle blows. He jumps forward. And then he tries to switch. Nothing there. Tries to come back on a switch. Now he's trying to go out the backside. Granby roll. Nothing. Francis rides that out. Sword back to his base. He's getting broken down on the right-hand side. Arm trapped underneath him, squeezing it down. High ride now by Francis. He's trying to do a cross-face tilt. Now he's looking at throwing a cradle. Didn't get that. Sword went down to his belly. Sword blocking that off. He's trying to get his hand control. There's a hard crossface. Nothing going on. Sword back to his base. Trying to work himself back up. Now it's a spiral ride on that left side. Gets the hip back down. Sword now on his belly, trying to get back up to base. 36 seconds to go here in second period. Sword down 3-0. There's another hard crossface by Francis. Sword doesn't move. Can't move Sword upper body very well. If you're going to attack him, you're going to have to attack low. They're stalling on Sword, laying flat. Now he's got a double underhook, trying to get things moving on. Nothing there. I have trouble with calling stalling when the guy's laying flat over the whole body, not allowing you to get up to your base or get anything. There's not a whole lot of work going on. He's moving his arms and making it look like he's working, but he's not working real hard at it. There's another hard crossface. He's got the leg hooks. The Sword doesn't have any base to go to, and that's the end of the third period. They're calling a lot of that. They're calling stalling on the bottom guy. I don't know how you call stalling when you don't have a leg or an arm you can use. The guy's laying over top. Used to be at 5 seconds. 3-0. Start of the third period. Sword takes neutral. See if he's going to have to take a shot. He hasn't gotten a really good shot in yet. He's going to have to try to get some back points. There's a good shot. Double leg. Got him up in the air. There's a whizzer counter by Francis, and we come back to neutral. That was a good-looking shot that time by Sword. He needs to keep shooting those. He's close. There's a single-leg shot by Francis. Sword's countering. He's got the far leg. He's got to try to block the head and come around. Francis is lifting him up, going to try to come out the back door. He flips the leg, and he does. He comes around. Sword still has the ankle, so no points are given yet. It's 3-0 still. Now he scoots forward and turns Sword over for the 2. So it's 5-0 here. 1:16 to go in the third period. Again, this is to determine who wrestles Cal Waninger for third place. Francis now puts a half cross-face in deep. 1:03 to go. Sword broken down on his belly, trying to get up. Not able to. Breaks him back forward. He's got that ankle trap. He's got that arm trapped underneath him. Now he's going to try to turn. Sword buries that arm underneath him and got a full body ride. I mean, he's laying right dead center over top of him, and they're going to call stalling on Sword, and he's not, all the weight's on him. I just don't understand those calls, that they're letting the kid stall on top just by moving your arms, making it look like you're working, and it's 6-0. I have a problem with this style of wrestling. You look like you're working, but if you got all of your weight dead center on the kid, he can't get up.
Yeah,
6-0. 21 seconds to go.
I heard an official yesterday talking about they need to ding the guy on top for stalling.
That's stalling. He's been stalling the whole time, and they're dinging. It makes it look like Sword stalling, but he's not. He got all the weight on you. So it's 9 seconds to go. 6-0. Sword's down here. Period number 3. I talked to a wrestler, and I think you've talked to him too, and he'll tell you that he's stalling.
Yeah.
It's the resting period. 9 seconds to go. 6-0. 6-0 now. 4 seconds to go. And that's going to do it. So Jaden Sword is going to fall here in this match, so he's going to move down to the 5th place bracket.
And he'll wrestle Connor Reed of Sigourney Keota.
And Francis will move on to wrestle Waninger in the 3rd place match. So that sets up our matches. I want to thank, again, Mackey Motors for sponsoring South Central Calhoun Wrestling down here at the state tournament. So we're going to be coming back now to 2A. So 2A, and I got to find my 2A sheet that I laid down somewhere. So 2A 170, we're going to come back here. And that is going to be Mr. Rodman. And he's going to be wrestling Collins. We got to find Mr. Collins here. Drake Collins. And Drake was 42-3. He was on the top side of the bracket. So this will be for 5th place. So we'll be coming in. This will be pretty quick here. We only have 2 matches per weight class, so this is going to fly right on through here.
3rd place on mat 6 at 113.
And interesting point. People in our we had the Bishop Heelan people in our hotel, and their grandson is DeLon from Bishop Heeling, and he's in the finals. So kind of neat talking to them here today. Parents were from western Nebraska. So we're going to take a quick break. Come back. We're going to catch the 5th place match for Sterling Rodman of Carroll after this.
Officials, we are ready to wrestle.
Motor Inn of Carroll, known for their award-winning service department and brand new state-of-the-art dealership, is a proud sponsor of today's matches. Motor Inn of Carroll, the area's premier Toyota dealer.
Jacobson Seed is a proud sponsor of today's wrestling coverage. Their brand new conditioning facility is ready to increase your yields. Take the Jacobson advantage today.
Feld Security of Carroll is the choice of homeowners and business professionals. A professional Feld representative can help you create a protection plan for your home or business. Feld Security of Carroll, proud sponsors of our local schools.
DMACC provides access to quality, affordable, and convenient education. The DMACC Carroll campus offers a variety of programs for everyone. Not sure what program is right for you? Contact the DMACC Carroll campus today and talk about your options. Call 792-1755 today.
Good luck to all the area wrestlers from Commercial Savings Bank, the 2021 Reader's Choice for Best Bank in Carroll County, and having the best loan officer in Lisa Moore. At CSB, our interest is you. Member FDIC.
After a hard-fought season on the mats for Carroll's best wrestlers, all of their hard work and sacrifice now gets put to the final test. From Kit Plumbing and Heating in Carroll, best of luck and congratulations to all of the Kemper and Carroll High wrestlers giving it everything they've got at the state tournament.
Welcome back here to Wells Fargo Arena, and you're listening to live coverage of the state wrestling tournament on the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network. We're live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Cola of Carroll, and we are also just working on the third place and fifth place matches as we go here. Third and fifth place. Right now, you got Smith from Caminita out there. You got Weber from Nevada out there. Trying to look here. You got Mayberry from Glenwood is out there. Trying to keep an eye on there. I don't have the matches up, so you know what? Maybe they'll tell me here what places they're going for. We'll try to catch that for you here. Again, waiting for Sterling Rodman of Carroll. He is going to be going for fifth place. So we'll try to keep that updated for you folks. And we'll continue to try to give scores and updates for you, and they tell me what places they're going for on here. So sorry about that. We'll try to get it. We'll get the brackets and stuff. Jeff is going to be updating everything for you. He's headed down right now to do interviews. Nice of him not to make him do it after consolations. They're going to come right back. So he's going to get Sterling here and talk about both of his matches that he's had down here and his entire run down here at state tournament. See a real cool picture Jeff Storyhon took him after he got his big win the other night to make sure he got on the middle stand. So that was a pretty cool picture there. So Mayberry from Glenwood 2-2 right now on mat number 5. Try to catch him. Smith from Atlantic's down 2-1 right now. Weber from Nevada's up 2-1. Weber from Nevada, I thought he was probably one of the better wrestlers we saw down here. He actually is wrestling the kid. The Skolin kid is, I thought he got hurt and got all the way into the quarters, but got beat. He got injured by Weber on a throw or a illegal takedown where he slammed him. And I really thought Smith is probably the third best wrestler down here, so we'll see how that works out, but I don't think he's going to make it. Let's see where we're at on that. 106, so 2A 106. And my fat fingers won't hit that, I'm sorry. 2A 106. So 2A 106. So Skogel and Smith are going for 5th place, and Weber's going for 7th place. Oh, that's right. He got beat last night. Looked really bad last night. So not sure why, what's that's going on. And it's Newton and Cassidy. Cassidy, if you remember, is who somebody had to wrestle him, or he come from Cassidy. Colin Cassidy, Schweitzer had to wrestle. So Smith from Atlantic. Smith from Atlantic is also one of who beat Schweitzer. Weber actually beat Schweitzer, and then Smith beat Weber. So just a grind down here, especially today with 2 matches back to back. You have that the first day, and then you turn around and do it again on the last day. So we're waiting. We're at 120s right now, all on the mat, so it won't take long to get to 152. So we'll try to keep the website updated for you. Again, 2A 170, I'm sorry, 2A 170. We're going to take a quick break, come back. I'll have that set up here for 170, and we'll talk a little bit more about Sterling's match coming up. So we'll be back on the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Radio Network, live from the Gatorade broadcast booth.
A nationwide warranty company that protects your home's major systems and appliances. They understand the importance of home ownership and realize unexpected repairs can be costly, protecting your investment and your livelihood. American Home Shield is a trusted leader in the home warranty industry. They're thankful for their associates and their customers who make it possible to be celebrating over 50 years in business. American Home Shield, growing together. Good luck to all of our area teams.
Your home for family fun and entertainment is the Audubon Recreation Center. There's an endless array of activities for fitness and to have fun. Take a swing in the batting cage, shoot some hoops, or seek a perfect game on one of our 8 state-of-the-art bowling lanes. With a walking track, racquetball court, soft play area, arcade, and a variety of fitness classes, there's something for everyone. Enjoy trivia nights, karaoke, and even live music. With a full restaurant and bar and activities for all ages, your family is guaranteed to have a great time. Audubon Recreation Center, just south of Albert the Bull in Audubon.
Teamwork is key to success. Hi, this is Amber Maloney at Champion of Rockwell City. We have the same philosophy. We have an amazing team of technicians, sales, and customer specialists to help you. If you're looking for a vehicle, all of our prices are clearly marked. It's no hassle pricing. In service, you get honest answers and no games, where winning service is what you can expect. We are located off the square in Rockwell City, or visit us on the web. Champion, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, where everybody wins.
DR Electric in Carroll has over 20 years of experience in commercial, residential, and agricultural electrical services. Their service area covers a radius of 60 miles from Carroll. They can provide electrical services for new and existing buildings, plus they can help with energy efficiency and lighting on home remodeling projects. Give them a call today at 712-830-6624. That's 712-830-6624. DR Electric is your one-stop shop for all your electrical needs.
And welcome back to the Gatorade broadcast booth here live at Wells Fargo Arena, where we're getting set for the 2A 170 medal round. So this is where you get your hardware. We're waiting on Sterling Rodman. Let's start out by how Sterling got here. Sterling lost his first round match to Brady Ortner from Vinton Shell Rock. He then wrestled Tate Schmidt and won that match in pin 1 minute and 5 seconds. He then wrestled Berger, Brady Berger from Winterset. He won that match 6-2. So he got into the match there. He then had to wrestle. This stupid thing's got an ad in here. Sorry, folks.
Come on, man number 6 at 132 for third place.
Trying to shut this ad down. I can't see it. Sorry. He won that. He won that match and moved on. So he lost to Ortner then, who he wrestled in first match in a fall in 3 minutes 27 seconds. He'll be wrestling Collins. Now let's catch up here with Mr. Collins. Collins. Drake Collins at 44-5. He won his first round match. Won his quarterfinal match. Was in the semifinals and lost to Stutzman from Atlantic 14-7. So he dropped back into the wrestlebacks this morning. And where did he fall into? Collins. Collins wrestled Roos. That's right, we watched that match. He lost that by fall in 4:52. So Collins and Rodman from Carroll will be wrestling for 5th place. On the match right now, we have all the way up to 138. So we're going to take another quick break. We're going to come back, and we should have that match for you, Collins versus Rodman, after this.
They understand raising a corn crop can be a constant battle. They want to help you fight back. Drago corn heads are built with superior technology to handle the most adverse crop conditions you can encounter, all while saving you more corn. Call 712-999-CORN. That's 712-999-CORN. And ask how their features can help you harvest more with a Drago. Drago SCI, proud sponsor of all area wrestlers.
Clucky Custom LLC in Templeton can make your life easier. If you don't have the correct equipment, the time, and are looking for convenience, Clucky Custom LLC can help. They do grain vacuuming, and they will also come to your farm and do the work for you by cleaning your grain bins thoroughly and efficiently. They do custom hauling as well. Contact Steve at 712-830-2206. That number again, 712-830-2206 to set up your vacuuming and trucking needs.
Welcome back to the Gatorade broadcast booth. Jeff Honnold here with you, and Mr. Blankman's down getting ready to do interviews here, and we have Sterling Rodman is going to be up going for 5th place. We have the 138 matches up on there, and it's kind of crazy here still, folks. There's 8 mats on the floor. So when you're doing the semifinal round, they'll have the semifinals in the center mat, so that's 5, 3, 6, and 4, and then the consolations are on the outside. Right now, they're taking placements on the open mat. So you could have you have all different places, all the way 3rd and 4th of wrestling, 5th and 6th of wrestling, 7th, 8th of wrestling, all at the same time, all out there everywhere. So it's kind of crazy. You can't really tell from where anybody's at, what place they're going to. You really have to read the charts. So I'm not able to do that here and try to keep Sterling's up here. Codum from Sergeant Bluff Luton, no score here at the first. Trying to keep an eye on some of these wrestlers for you. Codum, so it'll be T. Codum, and then his brother is down 5-0 at 126. Ridout from Emmitsburg is down 3-1 to Osage. And that would be all of our local wrestlers here. So just kind of an update on you right now, what's going on. We're waiting on the 170 match. We're going to take another break here, come back, and we'll try to get Sterling Rodman, and we'll catch that as soon as he's up. We'll be back after this.
Hi, this is Danny Mackey, and all of us here at Mackey Motors in Lake City are so proud of the South Central Calhoun wrestlers and members of all sports teams at SCC and throughout the region. It's been our pleasure to serve the area with a focus on customer satisfaction for over 50 years. When you buy a new Chevy or Buick, purchase a certified pre-owned vehicle, use the Quick Lube bays, or get service or body work done, know that Mackey Motors is a member of your team every step of the way.
Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
Pye Electric in Dedham is proud to sponsor all area wrestlers. Pye Electric is a family-owned and operated electrical business that does residential and agricultural electrical needs. Here's some wrestling life lessons from Pye Electric. Stay courageous under pressure. Your character is more important than how good you are. Being disciplined pays off. Nothing worthwhile comes easy. And believe in yourself and never give up. Good luck, wrestlers, from Pye Electric in Dedham.
RJV Transport and Peterson Logistics in Westside is the area's expert in transportation, distribution, and logistics. With reliable drivers and top-of-the-line equipment, you can count on them to get the job done and get it done right. Not only does RJV Transport haul grain, rock, dry van, and refrigerated freight, they've even earned expertise in truck repair. Check out RJV Transport on Facebook to learn more about their services and employment opportunities, or call Aaron at 515-231-6742 today.
More popcorn and laughter-filled family movie nights. More video chatting with Grandpa and Grandma to show them that perfect snowman. At Western Iowa Networks, our job is to provide you more. From Wi-Fi with no data caps, to phone, to crystal clear digital TV, Western Iowa Networks will always be there to give you more. Sign up today at westianet.com. Call or text Western Iowa Networks now at 712-775-2946 and save $10 per month on fiber internet and lock in that price for 2 years.
Welcome back live to the Gatorade broadcast booth here at Wells Fargo Arena. You're listening to Carroll Broadcasting's Sports Network coverage of state wrestling. We're in the medal rounds. So where you get your hardware. Everybody here is going to get some kind of hardware. They're going to be on the podium. Just how high they are is determined here. We have the 145s still up. So we'll just give you some updates here. Codum at 138. Codum from Sergeant Bluff Luton is up. Is tied 1-1 in the third period. Courier, no, he's not. I was thinking that was from Denison, but it is not. Codum from at 126. Codum 5-1 down. He just lost there. Ridout from Emmitsburg at 132 is up 4-3, and we got some other matches just coming back up. So we're getting on here with the upper weights, so we'll stick around. We're going to do a couple more commercials, come back, and just trying to time it out here. We will not miss Sterling Rodman's match, but we have three matches per weight class here, so we got a little bit more time before we get up to 170. So we're going to take another break. We'll be back with that coverage after a bit.
Bordenero's Meat Market and Deli is a specialty meat shop offering a full-service meat counter, aged steaks, and frozen foods. They also serve lunch Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 2, featuring their fresh smoked meats and sandwiches. Bordenero's Meat Market and Deli, 516 North Adams in Carroll.
At Radina's Chiropractic, we offer many services including chiropractic care, the 24-hour fitness center, and we also offer products like customized orthotics. We believe in you and want to be a partner in your health journey. Radina's Chiropractic of Lake City.
Today's state wrestling coverage proudly brought to you with help with Carroll Eye Care Associates. Stay ahead of the game and schedule that preventative eye exam today at Carroll Eye Care Associates, Main Street, Carroll. Call 792-9687 for that appointment.
Soup's on at Culver's. Our George's chili is available daily, along with 2 to 4 other varieties every day. From our family to yours, we put the heart and soul into every meal, with an abundance of variety to satisfy the heartiest of appetites.
Culver's, welcome to Delicious.
The goal of the Carroll Cardinals Youth Wrestling Club is to provide a fun and positive learning experience and to strengthen their love for the great sport of wrestling. The club is open to any Carroll area kids in grades K through 8, no matter their size or experience. For more information, look them up on Facebook.
TriVista. We pledge allegiance to the driver. We understand your needs and offer a full line of International, Isuzu, and Dennis Eagle trucks, offering parts, service, body upfitting, and fabrication. We've got you covered. Find us online at TriVistaCompanies.com.
Welcome back to the Gatorade broadcast booth. Jeff Honnold here with you live from State Wrestling at Wells Fargo. We are just about ready to get going here. We've got the 160s being called up. So will be the second match at 170 called. So 170 is in the hole right now, and we've got we're about the next one up here. We got one match with 34 seconds to go in period 3. So we're about ready to roll here. That would be what Matt 2, hopefully we're on. So we'll see. Actually, it's tied at 4-4 now, so we may go along there. So we're waiting for Sterling Rodman. There's a takedown, so that's going to end quickly for Osage. Is going to win that one. So Sterling should be, I hope, on mat number 2. Again, thank you to the Carroll Booster Club for sponsoring all of the Carroll wrestling down here at State, and thank you to all our sponsors. This is an expensive trip down here. They charge to be able to broadcast. They have a fee that you have to pay. So they are paying for the fee, and we're getting in here, and we're having a good time. So we're in the hole now. We're on deck. So we're the next one up. So we're working on things right now to try to get Sterling Rodman up and ready to go. Sterling will be the next mat up. Right now everything's in period number 1. We got one in period 2. So got a little bit here. We're going to stay with you live. Stay live on this broadcast. Again, we're enjoying our time down here at the state tournament. Glad you're all with us. Hope we can keep things going for you. Sterling should be the next person up here wrestling for 5th place at 170, Class 2A. Take a little bit of break. We'll have some interviews here in Class 3A. Get a little break here. And then we'll come back and we'll have all of the 1A wrestlers. That's a full field there as well. Again, waiting for Sterling to get his chance to get his medal. Again, incredible wrestling by our area kids. To bring down 13 kids, have 6 of them wrestling and get no worse than 6th place is an incredible feat. We were all going through that. I don't know if we've ever had a time that good. Maybe back in the 70s and 80s, we may have had some time like that, but of course we weren't covering them nearly like we are today. So here we are. We're going to be at mat number 5. That's going to be on the far side. That's where Cal was. Okay, nope, that's going to be the 8th place match. So we're the next match up. So they got the 7th place matchup. We are the next match up. So we'll see where that falls. Again, they're dropping them all over the place, so you can't tell by what mat what place you're going for. They're just rolling them through as fast as they can. Goes pretty quick when you start looking. It's almost noon here. We've been on the air since 10 and without a break. It goes quickly. But then we got the long break this afternoon before the finals. But boy, it's fun to be here for the finals as well. And we'll have Mr. McAllister. Blake will be in the finals at 170, a rematch of last year's finals. So I know he's anxious to try to revenge that loss that he had. So we're just waiting for Sterling here. We've got a lot of matches ending in period 2. So don't see anybody really on their back in danger yet. So just have to wait this out a little bit. But a lot of wrestling going on, 8 mats. Don't want to break away because it could come really quick here in these medal rounds. Somebody can get caught. A lot of don't have anything to lose. Type of situation, so somebody might go for something and get caught or what have you. So just kind of keep an eye on that. Again, Sterling is going to wrestle Mr. Collins for the 5th place match. Drake Collins. So again, a nice tournament for Sterling. Nice way to end your senior season, being able to get on the podium. And now, of course, going to be halfway up the podium somehow. So, nice job. I was telling coaches that it scares me, his type of wrestling. He likes to wrestle from his hip and pull kids into him. And that's his style. He's a really good wrestler doing it. But, boy, that scares me. I was taught never to be on your hip. And I always be on my hip. I got caught. And he seems to roll out of it and do really well with it. So, it's kind of Kind of hard for me to call the match on him because I always think he's in trouble, but boy, he comes out of that somehow and's wrestled really well all year long with it. As you look at his record, you know, he came into this 35-18. He's going to get 1, 2, 3 more wins, so he's at 38 and 20. So good season. We're just waiting there. We got a couple guys on their backs. Third period, we're getting tight on the third period, so we're going to have Sterling up here any time now. Looks like he's probably mat 5. There's a pin on mat 5, so there he goes. So he's going to take on Collins from West Liberty on mat number 5. Like I said, there was a throw. Kid got caught in the throw there, and that just ended his season. So we're going to see Sterling come on here. Sterling's going to come back here wrestling in the all orange. I love that look. Orange with the black stripe. He's got the logo right in his chest. Collins will be in white. Sterling will be in the red marker today. If you're watching online, green will be Collins. And we're ready to go, shaking hands, and we're ready on mat 5. And here we go. We got a head tie going on, both circling around in the middle. Sterling's got his hand down on the mat, trying to entice a shot. Didn't get it. Both guys size each other up, trying to look for an opening. There's a head throw by Sterling, didn't come. Now he's got the whizzer in. Collins trying to suck him in. Now he grabs the inside leg, lifts it up for a single leg. Sterling towards the edge of the mat, fights him. Now he loses it. Feeder in, and that's a 2-point takedown. So Collins has got the leg in now, right on the edge of the mat. Sterling's down 2-0. Sterling went for a headlock, missed it, and Collins able to ride that out. Now he's got the leg in, he's reached far over on the far arm, grabs it in. Sterling now's got his head down the mat, and they are stuck. Off the mat they go, 2-0. Sterling down, 1:18 to go.
Next up on mat number 1, mat 1 right now at 182. Nick Brannicky, Tank New Hartford, Greg McShane.
2-0. 1:18 to go. Sterling tries to sit out. That's blocked. He's back to his base. Collins riding straight over top. Gets that arm broke down underneath. Now he's going to try to do an arm bar. Now he comes with a cross face. He's got the arm blocked. Sterling still on his base, fighting that. He's going to do a limp arm here, trying not to allow that arm bar to come in. There's a cradle attempt by Collins. He's got it hooked up. Now he's got it hooked. He's going to try that cradle. Sterling's trying to break. He's reaching down underneath, and he broke. Now he's back to his base. 2-0, 47 seconds to go. Sterling down. This is the 5th place match. Sterling trying to get up. Not able to do it. There's a cross face ride. Got tight waist going on. Now he blocks the arm. Now he's going to turn him in a tilt. So Sterling's going to get tilted here. There's 2. There's going to be 3 points. So Sterling's going to be down 5-0 here. 22 seconds to go in the first period. So Sterling now rolls through. Catches, got 2 reversal, almost caught him on his back. Nope, they didn't give the reversal yet. They haven't even given an escape. Are they going to give him 1-point escape at least? They didn't give him anything there. Wow. I thought maybe he had a reversal. Almost had him on his back. Got up, was released, didn't give him anything. So still 5-0. Whew, it's tough to get an escape in this world. Sterling now tries to sit up. That's blocked. Leg hooked now by Collins. And that's time. So we're going to go to the second period now. Sterling down 5-0. He's going to take the up position. Oh, he's going to take deferred. Collins is going to take down. The one thing I have noticed, it is really tough to get escape. If you have your finger on somebody, they're calling it control. It's really hard to get out. There's a stand up by Collins. Sterling still has the leg and released for 1. So it's 6-0 now. Sterling down. They're on the edge of the mat. Collins circling back in. Now Rodman sticks in. Now he takes a shot, misses that. Blocked off, and we're off the edge of the mat. 6-0. Sterling's down. Coach telling him, you got to go for it, boy. Nothing left here. No reason to care. 6-0. Got to open up. Doesn't matter now if you get pinned or you get beat by 1. 6-0, minute 33 to go. There's a nice shot. Goes in for a double leg. That's blocked off. He's trying to come out the back door. Step over by Collins. He's got him on his back now. Got him on his back. There's blood. So 8-0. We're out of bounds. We're out of bounds here. I think they were trying to call for a pin, but they were way out of bounds. Feet were in. He's just going to give the 2-point takedown, no back points. They're arguing that point. So we got a break in the action right now. 20 seconds to go here in the second period. Sterling Rodman from Carroll, down 8-0. Thank you to the Carroll Booster Club for sponsoring all of the Carroll wrestlers here at state tournament. We're going to have a chat, check the score. They're giving a warning to the coach for arguing. He must have went a little bit too far in his argument. 8-0. I don't know if I'm going to argue. I don't know if I'm going to argue at 8-0, but that's okay. Thought he had a point. So Sterling now broke down to his base. Trying to get up. There's another tilt. Got the tilt in there, and there's back points. Sterling trying to roll through. Still has that hold in place. He's given 2 more points, so it's 10-0. Sterling's down now. Now he's in danger of getting tech falled at 15, so he's going to have to get some points here. We're in the second period, 54 seconds to go. They're going to tuck that arm back under. Sterling now trying to get back up. He's at his base. There's a tilt attempt again. Now Sterling's trying to sit through. He gets caught halfway through. Now he's on his back. Tried to sit through and got caught, sucked back in. There's 2 more points. He's still got that leg hooked in there, so not giving it. There's 2 back points, so it's 12. Again, 15 is a tech fall, so he wants to stay out of that. He's got 3 points to go. 12-0. We got 26 seconds left in the third. Coach Noggle says, you got to go. You got to go. There's not much left to do here. I mean, tech fall, doesn't matter. You got to throw it now. 26 seconds in the second period. 12-0. Sterling down. There's a cradle being hooked up by Collins. Sterling has the leg hook, but he's going to be thrown back here. So there's 1, 2. There's going to be, that should be it when he gives the 3 here. And that's going to be it. Breaks the hold. There's 3 points, and that's a tech fall. So Collins is going to beat Sterling Rodman 15-0 here at the end of, with 2 seconds to go in the second period. So that'll be it for Sterling Rodman. He will get 6th place, but again, a great showing out of him. His season and career will come to an end, but it comes to an end in a good spot here down at in the medal round. He's going to go home with some hardware and something to be proud of, that he was a medal winner here at State Wrestling. We're going to step away, take a break. We're going to come back with some interviews. Class 3A is going to be up next. We'll come back with 1A and get settled in. If you have any questions or anything going on, we'll come back right away, but we'll take a break and come back after these messages.
American Home Shield is a nationwide warranty company that protects your home's major systems and appliances. They understand the importance of home ownership and realize unexpected repairs can be costly, protecting your investment and your livelihood. American Home Shield is a trusted leader in the home warranty industry. They're thankful for their associates and their customers who make it possible to be celebrating over 50 years in business. American Home Shield, growing together. Good luck to all of our area teams.
Your home for family fun and entertainment is the Audubon Recreation Center. There's an endless array of activities for fitness and to have fun. Take a swing in the batting cage, shoot some hoops, or seek a perfect game on one of our 8 state-of-the-art bowling lanes. With a walking track, racquetball court, soft play area, arcade, and a variety of fitness classes, there's something for everyone. Enjoy trivia nights, karaoke, and even live music. With a full restaurant and bar and activities for all ages, your family is guaranteed to have a great time. Audubon Recreation Center, just south of Albert the Bull in Audubon.
We have got a very special guest joining us here during our 2022 state wrestling coverage. Al Baxter, a longtime coach, BV Lisbon, joining us here today. Coach, appreciate your time. How's life treating you right now?
Well, I'll tell you, things are going very well. As a matter of fact, it's supposed to get up to 67 degrees here today. So I know it's a little cold in most parts of Iowa, but this will be the warmest day we've had for quite a while. But it usually, here the last few weeks, has been in the 30s and 40s and 50s. But anyway, things are going well.
You deserve that. You spent enough years on that iceberg we called Storm Lake coming off there that we've all kind of paid our dues on that one.
Yeah, there were some cold days up there in Storm Lake, but I love Storm Lake, and I love Iowa, and I love the people in Iowa.
Well, we love you, Coach, and we're going to start with going back to your early days. You wrestled under one of the legends there in Coach Dara, and there'll be a lot of people who don't understand Morning Sun, but built the powerhouse there, and you moved on to Dowling. But talk about your early days with Coach Dara.
Well, Coach Dara came to Morning Sun, I think it was around 1958 or 59, and most people know this, but maybe some don't, that Coach Dara never had a chance to wrestle in high school. He came from Sheraton, went to Sheraton High School, and at that time they didn't have wrestling, I guess. And anyway, he coached basketball. He coached all the sports at Morning Sun, a small high school, 110 kids, freshmen through seniors at that time. And he was a basketball coach, football coach, track, baseball, drove the bus, taught the phys ed, taught history, monitored study halls. He did it all. And he really set an example for us young guys to look up to, how hard he worked and so forth. And, of course, he had an unmeasurable amount of pride and motivation. He's one of the best motivators I've ever been around in my life. And I'd say him and Dan Gable would be very equal. But anyway...
well, and people don't understand, you can call both of them your friends.
Yes. Yeah, you bet. And I tell you, Coach Dara, I think it was about the third year that Coach Dara was at Morning Sun, decided to start a wrestling program. And so I was a freshman at the time. But anyway, not knowing any wrestling or anything else, he was a Golden Gloves boxing champion. I know Coach Dara was. And we started from scratch. We bought some old mats that, oh my gosh, we got so many mat burns and so forth on those mats, and took an old locker room and took the lockers down and put these mats in there, and that's how we started. But he was at Morning Sun, I believe, 9 years, and coached wrestling 6 or 7 of those years. 6 years, I believe, before he left and went to Urbandale for 2 years. Then he went to Dowling. And but I'll tell you, at Morning Sun in those 6 years, he was there 1 or 2 years after I left. Graduated in 1965 and went to Morningside College, and he was there another year or two. But I think he only lost 3 dual meets. And we used to wrestle like Burlington, Iowa. Some of the big, we were the smallest by far school that we wrestled. And anyway, that's how we got started. And of course, he coached me in football, wrestling, track, and baseball. And I just thought the world of Coach Dara. I probably never would have went to college if it wasn't for him. I was the only one in my family who ever went to college. And of course, we went 365 miles to Sioux City from Morning Sun. Morning Sun clear down the southeast corner of the state, down by Burlington, just north of Burlington, about 25 miles. But anyway, that's I went to Morningside, played football, wrestled, was married the summer before I went to college to my lovely wife. We'll be married 57 years.
We call her Saint.
Yeah, right.
Saint Vicky.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I've been given a few medals in my life, but I'll tell you what, she deserves more medals than what I ever got.
Boy,
just for being putting up with me.
She straightened out a few of us wrestlers too.
What's that?
She straightened out a few of us wrestlers too.
Yeah, right.
You didn't mess with Mama Baxter. If Mama Baxter told you to do it, you did it.
You betcha. that's the way it is right now too. Whatever she tells me to do, I do. And but anyway, left there, went to Morningside, and after I graduated in 4 years, I got a phone. I called up. I saw in the paper where a town which I'd never heard of, Lisbon, was looking for a head wrestling coach and someone to start the football program and to teach physical education K through 12, boys and girls. And so I called up Delbert Buttry on the phone, and my college wrestling coach, Arnie Brandt, had visited with him on the phone and told him, probably lied to him about me. And anyway, he lied enough that Delbert Buttry offered me the job right on the phone. I'd never seen the town. I didn't even know where it was at. I had to look it up on a map, and it was only 75 miles north of my hometown of Morning Sun, kind of northwest, I guess.
Yeah.
And so anyway, after I signed the contract and everything, my wife and I drove over there to visit the town. And the first person, I saw this guy mowing the lawn without his shirt on. It was Glenn Bailey. He was the head of the school board, and he happened to have 4 boys and a daughter, but all 4 boys wrestled for me. And I asked him where Delbert Buttry, the superintendent, lived. He says 2 houses down on the left. And so that was the first time I had ever met face-to-face with Delbert Buttry or ever seen the town of Lisbon. And we started the program there. Well, they had a wrestling program. They only had 8 boys my first year that came out. We didn't have a wrestling room. What they did, they waited till the boys and girls basketball teams were done with practice, like at 6:30 or 7 o'clock, and then they rolled out the mats on the gym floor. We had seating on one side and a stage on the other. It was a real small gym, but that's where we practiced. That's where they were practicing before. And I told them, I said, well, we got to have a wrestling room. So Don Bowers, the custodian who'd been there forever, I asked him, I said, do you have any room around here that we can use as a wrestling room? And we looked all over. He said, well, here's a storage room next to a locker room. And I think it was like 20 foot long and about 16 foot wide, and with a pipe running right down the middle on the ceiling. And that was our first wrestling room. We had that for a year or two, and then we cleaned out an old art room with a pillar right in the middle and a drainage for water drainage, and we put mats over that and put wall mats up, and that's where we practiced. It was a real small room, and we had that thing jam-packed with wrestlers. We had 8 boys the first year. No one had ever qualified for the state tournament from Lisbon before I had gotten there. In my first year, I had an outstanding athlete, Al LeGrand, and he made it to state and placed 3rd, and you thought we won the Olympics. I mean, the town went bananas. They met us about a mile or 2 outside of town coming back from the state tournament, and went right to the gymnasium, and I'll tell you, the mayor spoke, the superintendent spoke, the principal spoke. It was great. And the first time Lisbon ever had anyone go to state, and like I said, he placed 3rd. And the next year we didn't have anyone go to state. And the 3rd year we won the state. The 4th year we won the state. The 5th year we won the state. The next year, 3 of my guys returning had placed in the state. None of them could wrestle for various reasons. 2 of them, one of them was terribly sick. He was 31-1. Rodman was 3rd in the state the year before. Roger Bailey had placed 5th or 6th in the state, and he joined the Navy. And then Brian Stone King happened to be undefeated, but then he got hurt his knee, and cut his finger real deep. I don't know what he was doing, peeling the apple or something, and cut it right before the districts, and wasn't able to go. So we placed 5th. I believe it was 5th place. That'd been my 7th year, and then we won the state my last 2 years. So we won the state 5 of my last 6 years. I was there at Lisbon for 9 years. And the way we built our program, the advantage I had, I taught K through 12 boys and girls phys ed. And I think anyone who wants to build a good program, you've got to start elementary. You've got to start them young. You've got to have tournaments. I used to have a Lisbon Elementary wrestling tournament, and we put 4 boys in a weight class. Everyone got a ribbon, first, second, third, fourth place, and the winner got a wall chart. Also, junior high. I coached junior high, like from 2:30 to 3:30. Then high school varsity JV. I never had an assistant in the 9 years I was there. And anyway, by the time I left there, we had 48 boys out for wrestling. No, 44 boys out for wrestling and 48 boys out for football. I started the football program. And my last 2 or 3 years, they built us a new gymnasium, new wrestling room, weightlifting room, new offices and locker rooms. Really nice. And it was the hardest thing I ever did in my life to leave Lisbon. But
that is part 1 with our interview and sit down with Al Baxter, again, the longtime coach at Lisbon and Buena Vista, about how he developed both of those programs. And Lisbon's still a power today, one of the top 2 or 3 teams this year in Class 1A. We'll have our second part of our interview, again, with Al Baxter coming up. We'll talk about a little bit more about Lisbon and his time there and him leaving and heading to Buena Vista and help developing a traditional and great power up at Buena Vista as well. That second part of the interview coming up later on in our state wrestling coverage here on the Carroll Broadcasting Sport Network's YouTube channel. I'm Jeff Blankman reporting. We're going to rejoin a part of our interview now with Al Baxter, again, the longtime Lisbon and Buena Vista wrestling coach. We talked to him in the first part of the interview about developing the program down at Lisbon. We'll have the rest of that conversation with him and his time at Buena Vista starting now.
And it's amazing to me, Coach, you think back that you started that the wrestling and even the football program, and they're still powerhouses today. How that was built, the foundation was laid, and how strong they still are.
Well, I'll tell you what, Lisbon has a lot of pride. They take a lot of pride in their athletics. And, Brad Smith, I can't say enough good words about Brad Smith. The hardest decision I ever made, one of the hardest decisions I ever made in my life was leaving Lisbon, because I love Lisbon. I love the people there. The support they gave us was unbelievable. And but I wanted to coach college, give college coaching a try. And so they told me, they said, well, if you're going to leave, we're going to let you pick the replacement. And we want to make sure that you're okay with the replacement. So I says, well, I'm going to make a call down to the University of Iowa. And I called down and got a hold of Jay Robinson, and I had known Jay. As a matter of fact, a few months before that, he had been to our house to eat supper, and we talked, I don't know, about freestyle or something like that. Trying to get more people involved. And I called Jay up, and I told him that I was leaving Lisbon and going to Buena Vista to start a program. They did away with the program a year or 2 before I got there, so we were starting from scratch. And I told him that I was looking for a wrestling coach. He says, I got just the person for you right here in my office. We're sitting here visiting. It was Brad Smith. He had just graduated, had a physical education degree, and he came to Lisbon to visit, to see the facilities and everything. Of course, we had that new gymnasium, nice wrestling room, weightlifting room and stuff, and it was only 20 miles from Iowa City. And so anyway, Brad accepted the job, and needless to say, he has done a fantastic job there, I'll tell you. And I love him and his wife, Connie. And I'll tell you, he's the winningest wrestling coach in the history of Iowa high school wrestling, as far as I know. He's won more dual meets. I think he's won more state championships also. Of course, back when I was coaching there, they didn't have the dual meet state championship. They just had the traditional in Des Moines there. And then a year or 2 after I left, that's when I think they started the dual meet. And Lisbon has won a few of those, and they've won the traditional quite a few times. And Brad Smith, left Lisbon after winning numerous state championships and went down to Iowa City High and coached there. I don't know how many years. I'm going to guess 8 to 10 at least, and then and won the state tournament there too, with his Iowa City High team. Then he left and came back and coached at Lisbon, and I'm telling you, they've got a powerhouse, and I just couldn't be prouder of Brad Smith and what he's done, and the support of the people in Lisbon. It's just fantastic, and I could start naming names. We had 40 boys when I was there. I believe this worked out. I've been able to remember this. We had 40 boys qualify for the state tournament. Won the first year. Second year we didn't have any. Then we had 2 the third year, but we wound up with 40 state qualifiers in the 9 years I was there. 30 of them placed in the top 6. I think they only went to 6th place back then. I could be wrong. We had 10 state champions, and I could name them all off to you, but we don't have enough time, I guess, for that. But,
Coach,
anyway,
I did want to. Coach, I did want to ask you. You mentioned you kind of started the Lisbon program and then had to kind of restart the BV program. What was the difference between starting a high school program and restarting a college program? That had to be a little bit different, or was it the same?
Well, when I went to Lisbon, they had a program. Max Gradwell he was the second person that was coached there, and he was an ex-Marine. He didn't know anything about wrestling. They would roll out the mat after the basketball practices and look at pictures. They had a wrestling book, and then they would go through and do those pictures. But there was some raw talent there, no doubt. I mean, some strong, tough kids. When I took over, there were 8 boys on our first team, and I think we were 4-4-1 in dual meets. Back then, they only wrestled about 9 or 10, 11 dual meets, and then, so, of course, I had to recruit those kids to come out and, to build that program at Lisbon. When I went to Buena Vista, they had done away with the program for a year or two. There weren't any, and I didn't get there. Vicki and I did not move there until late July. But I had been on the phone with some people. I was able to recruit 4 or 5 guys, 2 or 3 junior college guys that graduated from junior college: Rick Dawson, Ron Peterson. Ron Peterson went on to win a state tournament from Cedar Rapids Prairie and Clarksville and Cedar Rapids Prairie, and wound up being the head coach of Simpson College. But anyway, he was one of the first recruits I had, him and Rick Dawson. And Rick Dawson coached Storm Lake High School and Ellsworth Community College, and then wound up with the DMAC he had I don't know what his title was at DMAC, but he just retired not too long ago. Anyway, those were 2 of the first guys I ever recruited. And then what I did, I went through the dormitory and asked guys if they'd ever wrestled before. And some of them said, well, yeah, in gym class. I said, that's good enough. Come with me. So we started out that first year. We won 1 dual meet. It was a miracle. Actually, I think it was over Simpson College, mainly because the heavyweights got in a fight, and their heavyweight hit our heavyweight with his fist and was disqualified, and that's how we won the duel. We won one duel, lost 13, I believe, and then we finished dead last in the Iowa Conference tournament. But that gave me a year to recruit. And so the next year, I had some young talent coming in, a couple more transfers, and we went from dead last to first in the conference. And I think we only lost 1 dual meet that second year. And I guess the rest is history. We wound up with 72 All-Americans in the 26 years I was there, 6 national champions, and won the conference 8 times, was second 8 times, and third I don't know how many times. But
well, Coach, and I think the biggest thing is if you go out and look at your coaching tree, how many guys are out there coaching and doing really well, and the love that we all felt from you, and knew you had our back everywhere we went, whether we whether we were any good or done or injured or what have you, it never changed your undying love for us.
Well, I tell you, I appreciate the kind words, and I tell you, I loved everyone, whether they're the star of the team or the third stringer. I appreciated their effort, and you can't ask anyone, as long as they're coming to practice and working as hard as they possibly can and doing what you're asking them to do, that's all you can ask for.
Well, Coach, we're going to wrap up here, but I appreciate Jeff Blankman not asking any embarrassing questions because, we roomed together on the road, and there's none of that stuff needs to come out.
That's right. Keep that under lock and key. Don't let anybody hear some of those stories. And I tell you, there's a lot of them out there, and I could have gotten in trouble quite a few times for some of the crazy things I did. And but anyway, I loved the 35 years that I coached, 9 years at Lisbon, 26 years at Buena Vista, and all the guys I coached. And I've got some fantastic memories. And at one time, I think we had around 70 or 80 wrestlers that wrestled for me that were out coaching in high school. A number of them won state tournaments. Bob Kinney won 7 at Emmitsburg. Rick Caldwell, unbelievable what he did, the program he built at Waverly, and they're still a powerhouse, of course. Ron Peterson won a couple 2 or 3 state tournaments, Clarksville, and I can go on and on. But anyway, I'm very proud of those guys, and I appreciate your time, and I know you're busy, and good luck I know you're representing the conference, your wrestling conference there, and I hope that they have a great state tournament.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you joining us here today. Enjoy your retirement, and congratulations on not just your wrestling success, but the success that all of the guys that branched off from what you did. So appreciate your time and appreciate you joining us here today.
Thank you very much. All right.
You bet. Head Coach Al Baxter again joining us here today. We'll be back with more from State Wrestling coming up here on our State Wrestling Call or here on our YouTube channel.
And welcome back to the Gatorade broadcast booth here live at Wells Fargo Arena. Jeff Hunnell with you, and you just heard from not only one of the best coaches in the world, one of the greatest human beings in the world, and very proud to be able to call him my friend and mentor. I can call him up at any time, and he will make time for any of his wrestlers. It doesn't even have to be his wrestlers, anybody. What a wonderful human being, Mr. Al Baxter, and his coaching tree is huge, folks, and we're going to hear from one of his proteges here in a little bit, Rick Caldwell, and he started Waverly Shell Rock. So if you think about the powerhouses here in the state, you think about Lisbon and what he did there, and Waverly Shell Rock, and on top of that, Don Bosco, he had Mr. Mashik, the son of the mastermind of the Don Bosco Dons, wrestle for him at BB. So that tells you how much respect Mr. Baxter had in there. Actually, he was National NCAA Division III Coach of the Year once, maybe twice. I know we placed third at Nationals once when I was there. So what a great guy. I have so many good friends and contacts because of that man. We walk the room, and Gable actually walks across the gym to talk to him. So that tells you what kind of guy he is. He's a great coach, but a better human being. So proud to be able to call that man my friend and be able to call on him whenever I just need a good chuckle. He's got a great sense of humor. So we're going to take a little break, come back, and then we're going to hear from Rick Caldwell and how he built Waverly Shell Rock and how he is still helping out with Waverly Shell Rock. So you are listening to State Coverage coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth. Here at Wells Fargo Arena, we're in the medal rounds in Class 3A. We'll be back. We don't have anybody in this round. We'll be back at 1A, and we have a full go there. We'll start with Mr. Veit. Charlie Veit is going to be wrestling for 7th and 8th, so we'll come back with that. As soon as they get close, we're at 1:45 here, so we're going to get a step away, take a message. You're going to hear from Rick Caldwell, and we'll be back with more after this.
Teamwork is key to success. Hi, this is Amber Maloney at Champion of Rockwell City. We have the same philosophy. We have an amazing team of technicians, sales, and customer specialists to help you. If you're looking for a vehicle, all of our prices are clearly marked. It's no hassle pricing. In service, you get honest answers and no games, where winning service is what you can expect. We are located off the square in Rockwell City, or visit us on the web. Champion, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, where everybody wins.
DR Electric in Carroll has over 20 years of experience in commercial, residential, and agricultural electrical services. Their service area covers a radius of 60 miles from Carroll. They can provide electrical services for new and existing buildings, plus they can help with energy efficiency and lighting on home remodeling projects. Give them a call today at 712-830-6624. That's 712-830-6624. DR Electric is your one-stop shop for all your electrical needs. Welcome back to our state wrestling coverage down here at Wells Fargo Arena. Jeff Blankman and Jeff Honnold with you here today. We've got a special guest that we're talking to. He was an All-American up at Buena Vista. Spent 12 years coaching at Waverly Shell Rock, building one of the great programs in the state of Iowa. Retired from head coaching back in 2011. He actually got a beat up on Honnold, I think, in college. But Rick Caldwell joining us
Hall
here
of
today.
Famer, Rick
Absolutely,
Caldwell.
Hall of Famer joining us. Coach, appreciate you joining us. Thanks for coming on today.
Hey, thanks a lot for having me. I'm looking forward to it.
Maybe I should step out here. I got two Hall of Famers here. I don't feel worthy to be in this conversation.
Rick, I got to mention, Jeff and I are good friends. We kind of pick on each other a lot. You've known Jeff since college. That's just the way I think his life goes. So tell me a good story. I think you probably got a chance to maybe pound on him a little bit in college, maybe?
Well, yeah, of course. He was a little younger than me, and I was a little bigger than him. So, he took the brunt of it. I can tell you that. Now, I don't want to go into too many details, but we'll just kind of leave it at that. But now, Jeff's a great friend, a great supporter of wrestling, and everybody that's listening to this knows that. We've known each other, a long time.
Yeah. And
it's been good.
One of the best stories, and Rick, we talked about off air a little bit, but I was a young freshman, and you were with Dave Jordan, the first national champion for BV, and I was the little tag-along going in. You were showing me the weight room and how we were going to do it, and you guys walked to the end of the sidewalk and turned and walked right. And I went, what are you guys doing? I mean, you guys squared it off like you're in the military, and you told me champions don't cut corners, and that has stuck with me. I walked across the grass this morning, and again, it popped in my head, but it was too cold for me to carry on that one. But
Jeff,
took a little freshman under your hand
corners.
there.
My man,
I know.
You need to walk on the sidewalk.
Well, I'm getting a little older now. Sometimes I need it just to make it into the door.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that, and I still don't walk on the grass to this day. It's something that was ingrained by the legendary Coach Bob Dara, and it's stuck with me ever since.
Rick, talk about what wrestling did for you and for your life. You sound like you're pretty structured with what you do every day and how you live your life. Is that what wrestling taught you?
Man, I owe so much to wrestling. And, the older I get, it changes. It definitely changes. But, when I was in junior high school, college, you're competing. Sure, it teaches you a lot of life lessons, hard work and perseverance and toughness, sacrifice, discipline, all those things that everybody says. But you know what? It's no different than like Jeff and my relationship. It's because of wrestling. I've met so many wonderful people. I mentioned Coach Bob Dara, one of the greatest coaches ever. I was friends with him. Our coach at Buena Vista College, Al Baxter, legend, impacted me more than any man probably has, So, it's changed my life. I mean, heck, it's how I got my jobs. It's made me move and things like that. But I love the sport. I always will, even though I'm retired. I'm still involved with it, and I don't know if I'll ever not be a huge fan.
Well, Rick, and you were an amazing wrestler at BV. People, I wish they would have got a chance to see you back in the day. And yes, you tossed me quite a few across the room, not just down, but across the room. But that was more fun. But I look at it. The two coaches you mentioned, Bob Dara, of course, Dowling and Morning Sun, and then Coach Baxter with Lisbon. But you, as you built your Waverly program, I watched you, and I watched you closely because we're friends. It was built in that style. That loving relationship between the wrestler and the kid. Not everybody got treated the same because everybody needs treated a little differently, but everybody was treated with respect and fairness. And I watched you at Waverly, and you built that program into a powerhouse because of that. And I really commend you for that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I wasn't planning on being in Waverly. I went to Warburg to help Jim Miller out. There's another mentor of mine. Throwing out,
Yeah, and by the way, we don't appreciate that either. By the way, that's your one strike.
Yeah, I mean, he hired me, and I was finishing up my master's. I had a goal of being a college coach, honestly. And my son Cody, who's now assistant coach at South Dakota State, he was in kindergarten, and we started going to the little kids club here, and the head coaching job opened up, and honestly, my best team was 2008. We set the record, 225 points scored, and those kids were all kindergarten, first, and second graders when I was working with Millboy. The head coach retired here at Waverly Shell Rock, and all the parents are like, "Hey, Rick, you should take it. Hey, we could be really good in 2008." And this was 99. And sure enough, I took it. And with the group of parents and support from our communities, we won our first title in 2005, but 2008 was just unbelievable. I mean, we did something really special that year, and that's why I stayed, was for that chance to win one title. And, I ended up with 5 individual championships and 4 dual championships. So,
yeah, you did all right.
What's that?
You did all right.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
And we're still winning. You know what? We're going for our 4th in a row traditional this year, if we can get her done in Des Moines here in a few weeks. And we won duels last year, and so we're trying to double up on that as well.
Rick, you just mentioned you felt like 2008 was your best team. What are some of your best memories? We're down here at the state wrestling tournament now with this interview. What are some of your best memories from coaching or even wrestling or just watching some of the wrestling that you've seen over the years at state?
There's a lot of memories. And selfishly, some of the best ones for me were, my son. He was 3-time state champ for me, and won his sophomore, junior, senior year. That's pretty special. One thing I always remember is when they run the semis, and there's a lot of years, we might have 6-8 guys in the semis, and it's a blur. It's like 2 guys going at the same time, and you're like trying to figure out, what's the score of that match over there, and it's a huge match. All these kids want to be state champs, but if they don't win that semifinal match, and you guys know how fast that round goes.
Yes.
And you're trying to stay up and stuff, and then boom, it's done. And it's like, okay, who all won, who all lost? Coach Mike Schwab always did all my scoring, and it's like, Schwab, where are we at? I don't even know how many points we have anymore, So I love the semifinals. Semifinals is awesome, really, really awesome.
Well, Rick, we talk about the state of the wrestling once in a while, and right now we're struggling, numbers and everything, and I guess I don't have any answers for it. I know we're going to have to see some schools combined and try to make rosters, but what do you think? What do we have to do as a wrestling community to bring this thing back around? Because back when you and I were young, we'd go to 16-team tournaments and you had full brackets, and it was fun. What do we have to do here to try to fix this thing?
Well, off air I mentioned a few things that may, I don't know, it's never going to go back to that, in my opinion, as far as I think one of the problems is wrestling's getting better. I mean, kids are doing more. They're traveling more. They're training more. They're attending more camps. They're doing super clubs. I mean, you've got one right over there in Jefferson.
Yeah.
And I mean, kids are doing that. Well, our quality is getting better, but our quantity is decreasing at the high school level. And I think the problem is these kids are getting so good that the average kid that wants to wrestle for 2.5, 3 months a year, they don't feel like they can compete.
I agree.
Is what I believe, So what do? I don't know. It's hard. A lot of these smaller schools, as you know, they have to have all of their athletes out for 3 and 4 sports.
Yep.
They just have to, or they can't compete at all. So I don't have the answer. It's a weird problem because I do think our quality continues to get better, but along the way we're losing kids.
Yeah, it's the have and have-nots for sure.
Yep. Yes, for sure.
Well, Rick, I tell you what, it's been fun catching up with you. Hope to meet you face-to-face someday.
Real quick, Rick,
appreciate your time.
I was digging through my closet, and guess what I found? The old picture when we got third in the nation.
Yeah?
At BV. So I'll see if I can get. I'll text you a picture of it. I found that in my closet the other day. We were pretty young back then.
Yeah. Hey, we're fighting it every day, right?
13 surgeries.
We're trying to stay young.
13 surgeries ago, right?
That's right. 13 for me.
Yeah.
Well, hey, guys, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You guys have an enjoyable state tournament.
Well, hopefully we'll catch up. Take care, my friend.
Thanks, Rick. Rick Caldwell, again, the Hall of Fame coach, former coach from Waverly Shell Rock, joining us here, still teaching there and still active in wrestling, as he will probably for the rest of his life. We'll be back with more wrestling coverage coming up from Wells Fargo Arena here on Carroll Broadcasting's CB Sports Broadcast Network.
Welcome back to the Gatorade broadcast booth. Jeff Honnold here with you. Live from Wells Fargo Arena. Medal round. We're in 3A, and I'll give you a quick update on team scores here. We'll start with 1A. At 1A, we have Don Bosco with 142 points. Lisbon is second with 109. Logan Magnolia at 84 points in third. Underwood right there with him with 81.5, and West Sioux in fifth with 74. Some local schools as we go through here. 12 is Emmitsburg with 37. 14 is South Central Calhoun with 34. Ogden is 16th with 29. Kemper Catholic 18th with 26 points. Missouri Valley 21st with 24 points. ACGC is 30th with 17 points. Manson Northwest Webster at 33 with 16 points. Keep going down here. Panorama 41st with 9 points. Mount Air 45 with 8 points. East Sac County, 47th, they have 7 points. Southwest Valley, 47th with 7 points. Trainer, 53, they have 5 points. Audubon, 57th with 4 points. Going through here, see if there's any we just missed. Sioux Central, they are 61st with 3 points. And that'll do it. Team scores Class 2A. Burlington Notre Dame is leading with 100 points, followed closely by Osage with 98.5. Sergeant Bluff Luton has had a great job of coming through wrestlebacks. They had a tough day earlier. They're at 79 points. West Delaware is at 75 points. Webster City sitting in fifth with 73. So all those have a good shot of getting up there in the trophies. Glenwood at 7th with 55 points. Atlantic having a great tournament, 10th place with 44 points. Greene County right behind them in 11th with 43.5. They've got 2 guys in the finals. Roland Story 14th, they're at 37. Winterset 17th with 34 points. Sioux Center 18th with 30 points. Clarinda 20th with 28 points. Heelan is 22nd with 27.5 points. Southeast Valley Gallery at 23 points. Gilbert with 1 wrestler, 22 points. They're in 27th. That's really impressive. Ballard 35th with 17 points. Carroll 39th with 14 points. Red Oak 41st, 12 points. Harlan with 1 wrestler, 42nd with 11 points. Pocahontas area 45 with 10 points. ADM, they are in 50th place. They have 7 points. Nevada, 51st with 6 points. Rolling down here so you can catch some more of our local schools. Creston, they're in 70th place with no points. North Polk, they're tied at 7th, no points. And Perry got no points. Woodward Granger also with no points. 3A team scores as we go on here. Southeast Polk with 147. They were in 3rd place when they started, but they've had a great wrestle back here so far. Waukee Northwest with 133, but they got quite a few guys in the finals. They are tied with Waverly Shell Rock for 2nd place at 133. Bettendorf trailing at 186, so it's really a 3-team race right now. Iowa City West at 85 points, Dowling at 82. Local area schools, Bondurant 14th with 43 points. They've had a really good wrestle back here. Carlisle 24th with 22.5. Boone 25th with 18. Spencer 25 with 18. Buzzing through here. Dallas Center Grimes with 3 points. Denison Schleswig, they're in 40th, tied with 40th with 2 points. Lewis Central again tied with 40th with 2 points. And that should do, Storm Lake 48th, they did not score. So there is the team scores as they sit as of right now. Again, Don Bosco's got the 1A team title wrapped up. We're just finishing up Class 3A. They've got the 2 20-pounders out there in medal rounds. We're going to come back at 132. But Charlie Veit from South Central Calhoun, he will be wrestling for 7th and 8th place here. He will have Matthews. And that match should take up here. I'm trying to find Matthews. Or Mathers. I'm sorry, Mathers. Mathers. Sorry, trying to find him. Brock Mathers. And Brock was 30-5. So we'll catch him wrestling in the 7th and 8th place match. Take a break, come back. We'll have more coverage here from the state wrestling tournament. We're going to give some time to these great sponsors. If you get a chance, thank them. If it wasn't for them, we would not be able to do the coverage down here. So thank you so much to all of our sponsors, and we'll come back after their messages.
At Drago SCI, they understand raising a corn crop can be a constant battle. They want to help you fight back. Drago corn heads are built with superior technology to handle the most adverse crop conditions you can encounter, all while saving you more corn. Call 712-999-CORN. That's 712-999-CORN. And ask how their features can help you harvest more with a Drago. Drago SCI, proud sponsor of all area wrestlers.
Clucky Custom LLC in Templeton can make your life easier. If you don't have the correct equipment, the time, and are looking for convenience, Clucky Custom LLC can help. They do grain vacuuming, and they will also come to your farm and do the work for you by cleaning your grain bins thoroughly and efficiently. They do custom hauling as well. Contact Steve at 712-830-2206. That number again, 712-830-2206 to set up your vacuuming and trucking needs.
Hi, this is Danny Mackey, and all of us here at Mackey Motors in Lake City are so proud of the South Central Calhoun wrestlers and members of all sports teams at SCC and throughout the region. It's been our pleasure to serve the area with a focus on customer satisfaction for over 50 years. When you buy a new Chevy or Buick, purchase a certified pre-owned vehicle, use the Quick Lube bays, or get service or body work done, know that Mackey Motors is a member of your team every step of the way.
Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
Welcome back to the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade distributed by Pepsi Beverages of Carroll. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. We are in the medal round. We're in 3A. They got the 285-pounders up. We're waiting for 132 in Class 1A, and that will be Mr. Veit. And he is going to wrestle Brock Mathers. So just a common opponent. They both wrestled the freshman Tierna Boots from Lisbon. Mathers had him first round, lost 9-3, and Charlie last night lost to him 9-1. So this should be a really good matchup. On mat number 5 right now, we'll see what that one. Mat 5, we've got Boone up. So let's see if we can't catch 285. And I think that is the 5th place match, so we're going to check it out here. Having trouble with my computer, sorry. Everything's slowing down here a little bit. There's a lot of people checking it out and being on it, so we'll try to get another bracket opened up here. And it's not allowing me. So they're all locked up right now. We had we got a lot of medical forfeits going on today too, folks. Been a tough state tournament for a lot of kids. I saw a kid get slammed there earlier, and he was trying to fight to get back on the mat and won by medical forfeit, but he was definitely hurt. And coaches did a very nice job of keeping him from wrestling. So hold on one second, folks. I'm going to try to get a bracket up here. It's not allowing me to do it. Not sure what's going on. Everything's froze up. So we'll try to get to Boone. So we'll look right here. We'll just get you coverage. So Garcia from Boone is up 2-1 here on the kid from Pleasant Valley. How much time is left? We are on period number 1 with 26 seconds slow, 2-1. And I'm not sure why, but track wrestling is all frozen up for us here. So we'll try to get that figured out for you. Not sure what's going on. We'll get that fired back up. Again, we're in the medal round. So this is the time where everybody gets to enjoy. Win or lose, you're coming home with hardware here. So we got the 106 pounders now coming up. Spencer Huckfelt from Spencer's up right now, 4-3 on Irvin from West Des Moines Valley as well. So track wrestling seems to be all frozen up right now. So let's try to go down 285. 285. So Garcia from Boone is going for 5th place right now, and he's got, I think there's an injury, there's a blood time out there. He's up, he's down 4-1 right now.
Now wrestling on mat number 3, 7th place match at 113.
Nope, he is up 4-1. Sorry, folks, he's up 4-1. I can't see his ankle band. Must not have it on. He is up 4-1.
Southwest Valley, you're up on mat number 3, wrestling for 7th at 113.
So he is up 4-1.
Now wrestling on mat number 8, 5th place match at 113.
And we'll check 220 here for Spencer.
Wilton. Judish of Sumner Fredericksburg. Brisker Wilton, you're up on mat number 8, wrestling for 5th place at 113.
Spencer's actually going for 3rd place. So he is on mat number 7. It's down there, tied up at 5-5. So a couple local kids, keep an eye on. Kids that our kids have wrestled. So Garcia going for 5th. And he leads 4-2 for Boone. We're going to step away, take a break. We'll be back. We're just getting started with Class 1A. We don't want to miss anything out there, but we'll be back with more messages. Come back after the message after this.
Pye Electric in Dedham is proud to sponsor all area wrestlers. Pye Electric is a family-owned and operated electrical business that does residential and agricultural electrical needs. Here's some wrestling life lessons from Pye Electric. Stay courageous under pressure. Your character is more important than how good you are. Being disciplined pays off. Nothing worthwhile comes easy. And believe in yourself and never give up. Good luck, wrestlers, from Pye Electric in Dedham.
RJV Transport and Peterson Logistics in Westside is the area's expert in transportation, distribution, and logistics. With reliable drivers and top-of-the-line equipment, you can count on them to get the job done and get it done right. Not only does RJV Transport haul grain, rock, dry van, and refrigerated freight, they've even earned expertise in truck repair. Check out RJV Transport on Facebook to learn more about their services and employment opportunities, or call Aaron at 515-231-6742 today.
More popcorn and laughter-filled family movie nights. More video chatting with Grandpa and Grandma to show them that perfect snowman. At Western Iowa Networks, our job is to provide you more. From Wi-Fi with no data caps, to phone, to crystal clear digital TV, Western Iowa Networks will always be there to give you more. Sign up today at westianet.com. Call or text Western Iowa Networks now at 712-775-2946 and save $10 per month on fiber internet and lock in that price for 2 years.
Welcome back to the Gatorade broadcast booth, and Huckfeld from Spencer wins 11-6, so he has third place. Congratulations to that young man. So third place for Spencer, that'll move them up in the standings. We're just getting going here in Class 1A. So trying to look, we don't have anybody local wrestling right now. Garcia is. Loma, Reitz from Loma is wrestling at 113. And Slayball from ACGC. They're both up on the mat right now. So let's see what they're wrestling for there at 113 1A. 1A 113. So that's for third place with Slayball and Reitz, Loma and ACGC. Keep an eye on that for you. It's the only local kids other than Garcia from Boone. With 15 seconds to go, he leads 7-3. That's for fifth place. So again, we'll try to keep everybody up to date as we go here, but we're waiting on Charlie Veit to wrestle his 7th and 8th place match. There's a shot in deep. With 10 seconds to go, Garcia's going to spin around, and he's going to get two more, so it's going to be 9-3. So Garcia is going to end his season with a 5th place finish here at State 4 Boone. So Boone gets a 5th place finish. And we got the 120 pounders up, 113, so 132 will come fairly quickly here. Not sure what's going on with track wrestling, but it's definitely not letting anything come in there.
Up on mat number 5, wrestling for third place in 120.
So we got a lot of stuff going on right now. Matt's no local wrestlers other than mat number 4 with Slayball and Reitz. Reitz from Loma up 4-3 so far. That's on mat number 4.
Mat number 8, 7th place match at 126. Nick Schmidt, Beckman Catholic, Kendrick Huck, Nashville Plainfield. Schmidt, Beckman Catholic.
Try to keep everybody up to date here. We're trying to get into. Oh, I'm sorry. You got Allen now from Underwood at 120. 1A 120. And he is going for third place as well. That's on mat number 5. So mat 5 is Underwood. And Loma has Slayball on his back, and there's a pin. So Slayball will get 4th for ACGC. Reitz from Loma with the pin will get 3rd place. So congratulations to you young men.
At 126, Tyler Cadet, Don Bosco, Tanner Arges, North Butler, Clarksville.
So that'll end that match up. Keep an eye on it, see if I need more. So Underwood now, still no score, period number 1. That's Allen. That's a 3rd place match. And we We are at 126, so we definitely want to stay right here, folks. We don't want to go anywhere. We will have Charlie Veit, and again, thank you to East Sac County. We thank Corn Belt Telephone for their sponsorship of the East Sac County Raiders the whole time here at State Tournament. Charlie. Corn Belt Telephone, we thank them very much. Charlie should be coming up here. He's probably got 1, 2, 3. He'll be the fourth matchup, actually third matchup here. So we'll stay right here. We got a lot of matches. We got some in period 3. Got 3 of them in period 3 almost over with. So don't want to miss out. He should be coming up at any point. Hoping everybody's hanging with us here in this coverage. Kind of a tough day. They come in and out quickly, but we'll get rolling here. We got 132, 152, 220. Got 2 of them there. So boom, boom, and boom, we'll go. So Charlie is going to be wrestling back for 7th and 8th. At 152, we got Shea Parkis wrestling for 5th and 6th. And at 220, we have Cal Waninger going for 3rd and Jaden Sword going for 5th and 6th. So got a lot of stuff going on there. We'll try to keep those 2 matches will be going on at the same time at 220. They've been going on all weekend long. So we'll try to keep track of those for you. On the mat right now, it is Graff and Allen. Allen of Underwood. Score is 1-0. Underwood is down. Okay, we got a lot. Oh, we got one in double overtime here on mat number 2. Double overtime, mat 2, tied at 2-2. That's quite a battle there at 285.
Match at 126. Quincy Happel, Lisbon, Cameron Clark, West Sioux. Happel, Lisbon, Clark.
So mat 1's done. Mat 3, I believe, is where we're going to end up.
126.
See, unless it's 285. Oh, there is a takedown on mat 2, so that's where we'll be. Double overtime takedown. And that'll do it at 285.
Match at 132. Charlie Veit, East Sac County. Brock Mathers, Central Springs. Veit, East Sac County. Mathers of Central Springs. Up on mat number 2.
So we just got called. We're at 2. So Charlie will be here. See what he's wearing for singlet today. He's had the dark red on the whole trip. So we'll see what we got here. Waiting for them to show up. Here comes Charlie in that deep red. Staying consistent. Deep red with the black. East Sac County, he will be in red, of course, with the marker. So we got Charlie up here next. We're on a roll now here at 132, Class 1A. Medal round, 7th and 8th. It'll be Veit against Mathers. Mathers will be in the blue. Charlie in his red, black letters. And here we go. We are underway. Charlie tapping the head, working to his left, work circle. Mathers has that right shoulder all bandaged up. Charlie's working the head and working that side, trying to tuck that arm under, get an advantage. Circling in the middle right now. Tapping the head is Charlie. Now he ties him up. Shoots in hard at the leg. Sprawl out by Mathers. Now Mathers grabs Charlie's right leg. He's got it up in the air, trying to get the head. Cleared that one. He's got the whizzer in. Mathers pulling him back towards the center of the mat. Charlie hopping on the one leg. He's got that whizzer in, trying to get that leg free. Now leg's pinned between his legs. Charlie switches back over and gets a double leg and gets a takedown himself. So 2-0. Veit now over Mathers. He's riding him out on the edge of the mat. 1:06 to go. Charlie, nice counter on the way down on that single leg and turned himself into a double leg takedown and got it. He's got a tight waist going right now. Double tight waist going. Trying to turn him, trying to wrench him over. Now he's got the arm underneath and trying to roll him. Now on the edge mat to go out. 45 seconds to go. Charlie Veit of East Sac County up 2-0. Thank you again to Corn Belt Telephone for sponsoring this match. We're coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth here at Wells Fargo Arena. Stand-up attempt by Mathers. Charlie gets up with him. He goes to take him down, trips him, and Mathers faces up, gets his escape. Charlie now in the tie-up. He's trying to get away. Now he takes a deep shot, almost a fireman's carry situation. See if he can get his head out. He does. That's 2-point takedown by Charlie. He's got that arm trap deep, trying to come over the top, pulling back over and get back points. He's got his legs over Mathers' head. He's got him pulled now. Now he's got him sucked in. Got him sucked in a mini headlock. Hasn't got him. He's getting the points. Doesn't have him tight enough to pin him yet. He's got him spraddled now. See if he sits out and gets that tighter on that headlock. Nope. Comes and rolls over, gets it, but he has it still stuck in a chicken wing. He's got 3-point takedown. So Charlie's got the chicken wing and an arm bar, and we got time. That's the end of the period. Charlie with 3 points there is 7-1 now at the end of the first period for Charlie Veit. Mathers gets his choice. He's going to take neutral. So Charlie's going to be back up on his feet. 7-1. So this is for 7th and 8th place at 132.
Up on mat number 5, the third place match at 138.
So we've got Charlie now. They're circling in the middle. He's got tie up. Shoots, gets that single leg hook. He's pulling it around now. He's circling to his right. Now he's going to try to lift up. Nothing there. Counter. Keeps coming around. He's in deep on the body. Switches over to a double leg. Traps that hip and comes over and comes out for 2, 9-1. Charlie wrestling really well. I've been impressed with him all week long. Look for big things out of this young man next year. Tries to get a arm bar, not able to do it. Mathers escapes, faces up there over by the scorer's table. Charlie's just going to work him all the way out, up ahead 9-2. Minute 15 to go here in the second period. Charlie Veit of East Sac County. Got some blood on him. Yeah, he's been bleeding out of his nose. He's had a blood issue, sounds like most of the year, but he's got a bloody nose here, so they're going to work on that. He's up 9-2 with a minute 32 to go here in the second period. But again, what a great tournament he's had as a sophomore. Got hurt last year in football, missed the wrestling season, came back this year, was 33-6 coming into the tournament, won his first round match, and then has wrestled back since the quarters, and had a tough go. He had a couple of tough draws, and but what a great experience and what a great job now, and see if he can finish this on a high note, getting 7th place. Working now, Veit pushing him around a little bit, got a tie up. Got the underhook in right now. Charlie looking for that single leg. Got his arm free now. Now he's in this position. He gets snapped down, comes back up. There's a shot by Mathers, but out of bounds. Double leg attempt, but just pushes Charlie right on out of bounds. 57 seconds to go here in the second period, 9-2. Charlie Veit of East Sac County. So Charlie now circling. Takes a deep shot, has that leg again. Boy, that's a quick shot. He gets in there deep. See if he can get that leg lift up. He's going to switch it off to a double leg again. There's a counter. He's got the whizzer in right now, does Mathers. Charlie circling around, keeps pushing. Now he's got that leg hooked. He's going to come up. He's going to try to hit him, and now he's trying to switch off to a double leg, and they're going to call potentially Jace. Charlie had an odd angle on that knee on Mathers. They call potentially dangerous. So 9-2, start back over with 32 seconds in the second. Nope, we got more blood here. Referee's going to have him cleaned up. So 9-2, 32 seconds, second period. Charlie able to get those deep shots in there on those single legs. See if he can keep with that. He'll have his choice here in the third period. See which way he goes. And the way he's been on his feet, I think he's going to be comfortable be up. I don't think he's wanting to be down on this young man. All right, here we go. 32 seconds to go. 9-2. Charlie Veit with the lead, tie up, both of them right in the center of the mat. Hand fighting. Charlie takes a shot, misses, counters. Here's a single leg attempt. Charlie countered that as well. Back up on their feet. 16 seconds to go here in the second period, 9-2. Charlie with a deep shot now. He's got that single leg. See if he can finish that off with 10 seconds to go. He's going to try to come around back. He's got 5 seconds to get it finished up, and that's what's going to happen here. We're going to just sit and wait. It looks like 1-0. That's time. So it'll end at 9-2 here in the second period. 7th place match in Class 1A. Class 132. Charlie Vite, East Sac County. Again, thank you to Corn Belt Telephone for their sponsorship of East Sac County Wrestling. That's going to be a caution. Caution on Mathers. And we're off. Charlie took down. So Charlie thinks he can get himself out of there. He's coming up to his feet. Now he's trying to sit out. He's got the leg. Still not free. He's got a single leg on him. Mathers he's got the whizzer in. Now he's loose. He's got the leg, does Charlie, from behind. They're still giving control. I don't know how that's possibly control. He has no control at all. That should at least be a single or double. There's a hook, and they're going to get back points. I don't understand this. They're going to call no points. He was free. Charlie was behind him, had the kid's leg, no hand whatsoever control, and they're still going to give him control. I just don't get this, folks. Sorry, I'm old school. There would be at least multiple points in that one. I don't like this where we hold on, and as long as the other guy hasn't pinned you, you don't get the points. That should have at least been one, but they're saying no points, and Charlie would be down again, so I don't get it. He's got blood right now. I just don't. I need to talk to Grant Caldwell and see what his Cadwallader and tell me the new rules are going by, because I am absolutely lost on this. That is an escape and a possible reversal in my world, and we're given no points. On the same time, I saw a whizzer last night by Shea Parkis, and he had complete control over the kid, and they gave an escape. So all in the eye of the beholder, but that one should definitely have been an escape. And it's not. 9-2, minute 29 to go here in the third period. See if Charlie can finish this up. And that's a caution again on the top rider. It's Mathers. 9:32. I don't know what we got. The referees talking about something here. I'm not sure what's going on. If they're worried about score or what they're. Yep. Nope. Oh, they're saying no point. He wanted to know if there was back points or what's going on. All right, here we go. 9-2, Charlie Vite. 1:29 to go, third period. He's on the bottom. He's going for a stand-up. He's up to his feet. He's taken back down. Has his base yet. Working his way back up. Spiral ride going on by Mathers. He's riding high. Charlie's got his head now. Tried to pull him over. Now there's a half Nelson in on his knees. Spiral ride still going on by Mathers. Trying to work these up. Charlie's got his head down, but he's on his base, trying to get his hands fought free. 1 minute to go. 9-2. Charlie's up. There's a half Nelson in with a spiral ride, but nothing happening there. Charlie's able to kind of just work his way out of that. Now he's getting to his feet. There's a tilt attempt. Tilt attempt by Mathers. If it does not break the plane, no points. 43 seconds to go. So I thought Charlie might go on his feet. He was able to control things here. But he's down position. 34 seconds to go, 9-2. He's trying to get back up. He's got his base to him right now. Nice riding by Mathers. Now he's up. He's got the cradle, stand-up cradle. Charlie goes down hard and fast, breaks that hand, so there's no points given there. 23 seconds to go, and we got blood again. So blood again on Mathers. Waiting for 152 next. We got 145 up right now, so we'll be waiting for Shea Parkis to come out here and wrestle his fifth place match. We got blood on the mat as well. So Charlie having a big blood issue this year. 9-2 he leads. Brennan from Emmitsburg is down 4-2. The other local kids here. Ogden Munson from Ogden is down 2-0 as well. So that would be the third place match in this weight class at 145. So we're waiting here for Charlie to get back up. We got 23 seconds to go here. Charlie Vite in the down position. He's up 9-2, going for 7th place. And there's blood now on Mathers, so he's going to get that cleaned up as well. Again, Parkis will be the second matchup at 152. And thank you to Corn Belt Telephone for sponsoring East Sac County Wrestling here at the state tournament. Not only the call, but also all the internet and social media posts. So thank you to them. All right, here we go. 23 seconds to go. Charlie Vite up 9-2. He is in the down position. See if he can finish this off and finish the 7th place finish. He sits out and he faces. Oh, got the arm caught. He limps arm it, trying to catch a headlock. Now he's trying to get a counter headlock. He got a 1 point escape. Now he's in less control than he was last time with a 1 point escape, so it's 10-2. 9 seconds to go, so Charlie just needs to hang on here. He can give up anything. He's got the leg. He's going to ride it on out, looks like. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So Charlie Vite is going to end up your 7th place finisher for East Sac County here at the state tournament. So congratulations to Charlie, and what a great effort there. Nice ways to finish it off that season. Wrestled really well, I thought, all weekend long. Gained a lot of experience. Just needs to probably get a little stronger. I think he'd tell you that when you're wrestling some of the elite kids from Lisbon and what have you. But boy, I tell you what, looked good, and good things coming from that young man here in the future. So we're waiting now on 152. 152 will be Shea Parkis. And we're going to get that match up for you here pretty quick. So Shea is going to be wrestling Nelson Brown. Let's pull him up here, Nelson Brown. Jace Nelson Brown from Emmitsburg. He's 41-7. He lost to Reitz from Loma in the quarterfinals, and he went down on the bottom side. He beat Mantle by fall, and then he had Lopez. He lost to him 22-9. So that should be a pretty good matchup here. This is for 5th and 6th now. So we should have him coming up here pretty quick. So 152, they called the 7th and 8th place matchup. So we got him called up here. Just got to find out where we got called to. I see him right now. Looks like we're going to mat number 7. No, yeah, no. Trying to follow. Yep, looks like we're going to go mat 7 for Shea Parkis. So we're getting ready to go here. Thank you to the Kemper Booster Club for sponsoring all the internet broadcasts for the Kemper Knights down here at State Tournament and all of the internet and social media posts. So Shea Parkis now going on mat 7, and he is going to be wrestling Nelson Brown of Emmitsburg. Shea in the yellow, Brown in the black. Here we go. Circling in the center. Head tie. They push each other off. Hand fighting right now. Parkis has the head tucked. Tries his front headlock. He's got him down. Now he lets that go. Tries to come around back, and it's blocked off. And they're going to go out of bounds. Parkis knocked off Brown's headset. So we're coming back out here. Getting the headset hooked back in there, and we're ready to go with 1:43 left in the first. Parkis attacking that head. There's both of them take a shot there, meet in the middle. Parkis, the stronger of the two, and he pushes him over. Brown tries to throw him on the way by, not able to do it. Parkis lands on him, but they're out of bounds. 1:32 to go here in the first. Both of them are faking attempts right now, right in the center. Now they're tied up. Parkis looking for an ankle pick, not able to get that. Both guys working heads. There's a single leg. Parkis has that, loses it. Brown comes back and counters with it. Single. Now Parkis has the whizzer in. He's got the whizzer in. He's got him, getting him broke down. See if he can spin around. Now he did a head spin. He did a head chuck and got over. So Parkis now with 2 points. Great counter that time. Got the whizzer in, did a head chuck, and got in there. Now he's riding high. He's got the leg hooked at the ankle, trying to break him down. Is Parkis. 2-0. 50 seconds to go here in the first period. Parkis riding a little high, but trying to get that three-quarter half in there now. And he's got the leg, trying to tilt him over and get points, pulling him back in towards him. He's riding high. He's going to come out the back door on him. And Parkis has a whizzer. They haven't given any points yet. Right at the edge of the mat, 33. And they're going to call out of bounds. Control. They're talking it over right now. Parkis still had the whizzer in. They're going to say he still had control. 2 reversal. Nope, they're going to call reversal. Whew, okay. Couldn't see the final there. All right, here we go. 2-2. 32 seconds to go. Parkis up very quickly. Single leg now being held. Now attempt to take him down yet. Now he lets the leg go. Parkis with an escape, 1 point. So 1 point escape for Parkis. It's now 3-2. 21 seconds to go, first period. So circling in the middle now, 3-2 Parkis.
Up on mat number 5, the 7th place match at 170.
Head fake, nothing going on now. Parkis snaps him down, snaps him all the way out of bounds. Waits for him to come back in. Parkis looks really strong in this match. 3-2. Second period, Parkis. Oh, Brown's going to take his choice and take down right away. So he's not going to default. All right, here we go. Shea now is on top. He's going to go with the spiral ride, trying to break Brown down from Emmitsburg. 3-2 now, minute 53 gone in the first. All right, second, sorry. Shea now riding really high, trying to put a lot of pressure on that head, trying to break him down, not able to do it with that spiral ride yet. See if he goes the other way and tries to knock him off his hips. He's really sitting hard on the base. Not a lot of action out of the bottom. Shea's got that ankle. Now he let it go. Now he's got it again. He's going to hook that ankle with his ankle, trying to ride that spiral, get him turned and get some back points. Minute 26 to go, 3-2. Shea Parkis lead on Brown from Emmitsburg. Not a lot of action going on, nothing going on in the bottom. Shea's trying to put a lot of pressure on and get him rolled, but just mostly countering at the bottom, not trying to get out. We got a minute 6 to go. Shea's trying to twist him around and get some back points, and nothing going on with that spiral ride yet. He's working, trying to get wrist control now. Now he's got a spiral and he's really high. And Brown from Emmitsburg just sitting in his base, not doing anything, not trying to go up, and that's going to be a caution. Caution on Shea for riding, but getting no help from the bottom guy. So I disagree. He's doing all the work, and Brown's not doing anything, but we'll see what's going on there. 3-2, 50 seconds to go. Shea, he's got that cross face in. He's going to hook the ankle. Brown is on all fours. Shea's going to bring him back down. And that spiral ride, he's just riding that spiral ride out. See if he hits him with a crossface here. He's trying to stand up. He could probably suck him back. Trying to throw a half Nelson there, not able to do it. 25 seconds to go. Now he's got him with a half, tried to wing him, not able to do it. Shea breaks him all the way down to his base, all the way down to his stomach. Now he's got him flat. See if he can get an arm bar put in. He's got that he's got that tight waist in there. 14 seconds to go. He's going to try to turn him. Brown back to his base, but just sitting at the base, sitting back on his hips, not really allowing Shea to do much with 5 seconds to go. 3-2 is the lead. One, and that's it. So 3-2 going into the third period. Shea Parkis of Kemper ahead in the 5th and 6th place match. Shea's going to take down here, see if he can't get some points. Hit 3-2, third period. Here we go. He stands up. He's loose. See if he can get spun around here. He's free and 1 point. So now it's 4-2 Shea Parkis. They're on the edge of the mat. Shea got a 2-point lead here going in the third period. Shea's waiting for him to come in. Nice escape that time by Shea. There's a shot by Brown, countered by Shea. Shea now blocks him off, and they're back loose. Shea is definitely the stronger of the two young men. And Shea got smashed in the finger there. Injury time, must be a little blood on his finger as well. Shea Parkis of Kemper ahead 4-2 here. We've got a minute 52 left in that third period. Waiting on our next match then, it'll be 2:20. That'll be Jaden Sword. He'll be wrestling for 5th and 6th, and Cal Waninger will be going for 3rd place. So should be a fun time there. We'll have both gentlemen on the mat. We'll give the call at the same time. Not sure we're that talented, but we'll make our best attempt at that. And that'll be the last match that we'll have of this session, and we'll be back for the finals. We have Mr. McAllister. Blake will be in the finals at 170. So we'll go live. We're going to talk about how we want to do that. We'll try to keep some people updated and go there. All right, here we go. 4-2 Parkis with the lead. A minute 30 left to go in this period. I'm not sure why we're not going here. We got two referees discussing here. All right, here we go. Minute 30 to go. Shea snaps him down. He's got Brown going in a circle. The referee had to catch him, so Shea spun him so hard it spun him all the way around the circle. The referee had to catch him before he got hurt. There's a nice shot that time by Shea. He's in deep on that single leg, trying to bring it back around, see if he can get spun off into a double. They're right on the edge of the mat, see if he can get turned back in. And no points awarded yet either way, and we're out of bounds. Oh, that's too bad. Shea was in there deep. Nice counter that time by Brown. 4-2, minute 6 to go for Shea Parkis here. In the medal rounds, he's going for 5th place. See if he can get himself up there on that podium a little higher. 4-2, 57 seconds. See if he can get another good shot in there. That was a beautiful shot that he had. He's controlling the head right now, looking for that deep shot. There was a half attempt by Brown. Shea now snaps him down, countering. He's been warned for stalling. There's a nice shot in on the single leg. He's in deep. He's reaching over, trying to switch to a double. Shea's got it. If he can sit back down and roll him. And you have Brown. There he goes. He turns back into him. So Brown has been grabbing, trying to go over top, almost in a counter-type situation, almost trying to get a stalemate. Nice job that time by Shea to sit back into it, but they were out of bounds. 30 seconds to go. 4-2. Shea's in the lead. They're tied up by the head right in the center, pushing each other, looking for a single leg or a double, pushing, trying to find something. Shea circling. Got to be careful. Don't back up. There's a shot, half attempt by Brown, trying to get a stall warrant or stall call on him, and we're going to get a stalemate. Nope. They're keep going. There's 10 seconds to go. Shea's just going to have to ride this out, even if he gives up a point. There's a shot attempt by Shea, so that's enough. 5 seconds to go. 4-2. He's got a front headlock. Just got to hold out. 3, 2, and 1, and that'll do it. So Shea Parkis will be your 5th place winner. Shea Parkis of Kemper. Thank you to the Kemper Booster Club for sponsoring all of the Kemper matches here at the state tournament. So Shea Parkis will end his career in 5th place. Congratulations to that young man. He came down here last year and struggled a little bit. Wasn't able to do what he wanted to do, but came back and had a great showing here at state tournament. Ended his career with a win in 5th place. So congratulations to Shea Parkis, one of the nicest kids you'll ever meet. So we're going to wait now for 2:20. So we're going to be at 2:20 now, and we'll have 2 young men, 2 good friends actually, wrestling at the same time, but not each other. They've always wrestled each other enough this year and over the years, so they're going to be breaking that up here a little bit. So class 1A. 1A 220 coming up here. It'll be Jaden Sword. He'll be taking on Reed from Sigourney. So Reed got to this match. They're at 195 right now, so we're not too far out. Reed, let me find Reed here for you folks, sorry. Reed lost his first round match, then he wrestled Lund from HST, won that, then he wrestled Nielsen last night and had a fall in 30 seconds. So looks like a pretty good matchup from there. So that should be a good one. Reed came into the tournament. Connor Reed at 42-7. 42-7. And Cal Waninger for Kemper. Cal got into the quarterfinals and beat Sword, the 2nd-ranked wrestler from South Central Calhoun. Cal comes in at 45-5. Got into the semifinals last night, lost 1-0 to 30 from Don Bosco. So he came back and he wrestled Reed and beat Reed by fall in 57 seconds. So they're on mat 5 right now. So that will be Jaden Sword, and thank you to Mackey Motors for sponsoring all the South Central wrestlers here at the state tournament. We'll have another one tonight, and then we're also going to thank Kemper Booster Club for sponsoring the Kemper match, and that will be Cal Waninger here in a couple seconds. He'll be the next matchup, so we'll see where we're at. Waiting on Jaden Sword here on mat number 5, and here he comes jogging in his black and purple. Reed is in his yellow singlet. He will be in green, and Jaden Sword will be in the red. Waiting for Cal Waninger. He will be the next match up, and it looks like he'll be on, we'll have to see if there's a spin. All right, here comes Jaden Sword. South Central Calhoun, thank you to Mackey Motors for sponsoring this match. Shaking hands, and here we go. They're circling to their left. Head tie now. That's a shot attempt by Sword. Missed. Now he's come back up. He just tosses Sigourney to his feet, to his knees. So he is definitely stronger. There's a nice single attempt that time by Sword. He's got it down and got the 2-point takedown. Cal is up now. They're on mat 8. So he'll be at an angle here from where we're at. We'll keep an eye on both of these matches. Sword has him down right now, trying to work half Nelson, not able to do that. Comes back, and he gets shoot. He's going to release him. 2-1 now. Sword leads. 2-1. So they're tied up. Nothing going on right now. There's a single leg and a takedown now by Reed, and it's 3-2. Sword is down. 3-2. Sword will be down. Waiting for Cal Waninger. He's in his yellow. He's going to be in the green today. All right, here now. So we'll keep with the Sword match. They haven't gotten started over there. He's going to be wrestling Francis, the number 1 ranked kid. He beat Sword to get into that third place match. Now Sword with a Granby roll comes back behind. He's got the reversal. It's now 5-3. Waninger's match is underway here. They're circling in the middle. Sword has the cradle hooked up. See if he can get that one. He's got him getting him turned over. He's got him on his back now, so he's going to get back points. Waninger, they are now circling in the center. Nothing going on yet in that match. Sword's going for the pin. He's got it in there tight. He's got 3 points, back points. So we'll wait for those points to come up. Cal with a little dip. Nothing going on. They're circling right in the center. 38 seconds to go in the Sword match. He's got him tight, and he's got the pin. So Sword will be your 5th place medalist in Class 1A 220. So congratulations to him, and thank you to Mackey Motors for sponsoring that match. We're going to turn our attention back over to Cal Waninger. 1:17 to go. They're circling around the middle. They got a head tie. Nothing going on there. That's the 3rd place match for Kemper Catholic. Thank you to the Kemper Booster Club. So Cal taking on the number 1 ranked wrestler for 3rd place. Circling on the edge of the mat. Not a whole lot going on here. 55 seconds to go. Both wrestlers being very cautious in this match. Some snap downs, no real shot attempts are being made. Circling towards the middle. Cal cuts him off. 43 seconds to go, and there's a break. They just break the head ties. They're right back to the center of the mat. There's a fake shot attempt by Francis. Waninger cuts that off. Nothing going on yet. See if they can get something going here. Tied up. 26 seconds to go. Nothing first period. Waninger and Francis. There's a shot attempt by Cal. Went for a double leg. Blocked off, countered, and he's trying to switch back to a single. He's got the leg and comes across for a double leg. Gets the takedown on Cal. 2-0. Now he's got crossface with 13 seconds to go. He's got Cal sprawled out right now. Working that crossface. Got that ankle tied up, so Cal's not able to get anything moving here. 3 seconds to go. Cal's just going to stay down, and they're going to go ahead and go to period number 2. So Cal Waninger in the 3rd place match, down 2-0 at the end of 1. And Cal's going to defer. Francis is going to take down. 2-0, Cal Waninger. 3rd place match. He is down. We're at the 2nd period. He's got the spiral ride going, trying to get something going on. There's a sit-out attempt. Switch attempt by Francis, being cut off by Waninger. See if he can get over here. He's got him cut off. Oh, comes back around and gets Cal out of position and gets that reversal for 2. So Cal, I thought, had him there for a second, but Francis was able to bull his way through on that thing, get Cal caught over and switch. Now Cal's on his left hip, trying to work his way back up. Francis got a high ride on there. He got the ankle pick. Sorry, folks, got the ankle pick going. Now he's trying to roll him over. Got the full body, really not allowing Cal to get hips or knees. There he's back up to his knees. Got his head down, trying to keep from getting a cradle here. Got that leg hook, really spiraling him back down now, and Francis is going to work him on top position. 4-0. We have 1:13 to go here in the 2nd period. Cal Waninger is down. He's on his belly right now, trying to move. Chicken wing attempt now by Francis, not able to do that. Waninger trying to work his way back up to his base. 3rd place match, and they're going to get Cal for stalling. He really isn't doing much down there. He's correct. He's really trying to keep from getting turned. Got tight waist with the arm barred underneath him. Now he's up to his knees, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds here. They're right on the edge of the mat. Francis is going to work him, and they're out of bounds. 43 seconds left here in the 2nd period. 4-0. Kemper coaches pleading Cal, get going, get moving. Got to get something going here. You can't, this is the last match of your career. Let her fly. You're not out anything here. 4-0. So try to stand up. Not able to do that. Francis controls that arm and that leg. Got him back down to his belly. See if he can get that arm hooked in there. So he's trying to get a tilt set up. Not able to do that. Cal's back to his knees now. Head down on the mat. He's got that arm trap Really trying to get that arm out and get that chicken wing in there, but Cal's keeping that buried in there, really holding on to his hip, not letting it come out. 21 seconds to go here, period number 2. It's 4-0. Francis over Waninger. Waninger now has the arm free. He's trying to get back up. There's a hard crossface. On his belly, not able to get up. Trying to work his way up. He's got one knee up now, trying to get the second one. Now he gets sprawled back out. Cal now on his knees, head down. Now he's up. He's trying to sit out, gets caught, and that's time. 4-0, Cal Waninger. I think he needs his asthma medicine. He's going to take time for his asthma, so he is going to get his asthma shot here, like he does usually in the third period. 4-0. Cal Waninger down. Third place match. So third place match here for third and fourth place. Francis from West Hancock, number 1 wrestler. 52-0 going in. He lost in the semifinals. So really good wrestler here. He really manhandled Sword, which doesn't happen very often. And he's really been in control with Waninger the whole way up. Waninger's going to go ahead and say take neutral. Good choice. I don't think he can get out from underneath. 4-0. See if Cal can get a takedown here. Circling, trying to get something going. There's a shot by Waninger. He's got the single leg in. See if he's got a whizzer put in now by Francis. He sprawls out. Waninger's now stretched out, and there's a spin around for a 2-point takedown. So it's 6-0 now. There's a hard crossface, trying to get him into a cradle, trying to pull him up there. It's got that cradle not quite hooked. They're on the edge of the mat. See if Cal can tip his hip, till his hip, and he does. Gets himself out of bounds before that cradle can put in. 6-0. 1 minute, 30 seconds to go here for Cal Waninger. Coach Gross telling him to sit and how to come out of that. 6-0 now. He does try to sit, but boy, he gets put right back down to his face. Cal's kind of run out of gas here. Been a long week for him, and this is a very tough wrestler. He's been in control all night long. 6-0. Minute 19 to go here in the third period. Cal gets tilted to his match. There's only 2 matches going on right now. It's Cal's and the 285s on 6. So 2 matches on out of 8. 1 minute to go here. But the clock isn't running here. We got to get that stopped. They don't have any clock running. There it starts running again. Minute 17. We had probably 15, 20 seconds worth of no clock running. But 6-0. They're going to call Cal for stalling again. So that'll be 1 point. 1 point. So it's 7 now. 7-0. Waninger down. Francis from West Hancock. 55 seconds to go. Cal's not able to really do anything here. He's flat on his stomach, got his arms pinned underneath him, hoping not to get turned. 45 seconds to go. Cal's trying to work his way back up now. Francis putting a lot of pressure on him. This is a really good wrestler, folks. He did not look good in his semifinal match, but has looked good against Jaden Sword and looked good against Waninger. They're going to give a caution on red. Oh, they're going to give a stall on red. They're going to give a stall on Cal. So it's 8-0 now. So they're calling. Oh, they're calling the other way around. So it's 7, and a caution on red for stalling. And he has been riding that all the day. 7-0. 36 seconds to go here in this match. Cal Waninger does a Granby roll, gets the leg, and Francis is able to just ride his shoulders, come around, throws a half at his knees with spiral ride, and gets him back down to his stomach. 27 seconds to go. Cal not able really to put anything together here. He's sprawled all the way out. Cal's laying there trying to just survive. It looks like now 18 seconds to go. Not able to do anything. He's not even attempting to get up. They're going to call him for stall here again. If now he works his way back up. Referee doesn't want to give it with 10 seconds. 7-0. Cal down with 5 seconds to go here in the match. And they are going to call another stall on Cal, and he is. It's now 9-0. And that's going to be it. So Cal Waninger is going to fall 9-0 to Francis, but he is going to get 4th place. So congratulations to him and to Jaden Sword. We got a 4th and a 5th place finishers here at the state tournament. You know, both of them are going to be disappointed where they finished, but you know, very, very impressive for those 2 young men. They're going to finish high on the medal stand and finish well. Thank you to the Kemper Booster Club for sponsoring our wrestling coverage of the Kemper Knights, and thank you for Mackey Motors for sponsoring the South Central Calhoun Wrestling here today. That'll do it for the medal round. We'll be back tonight for the finals. We will have Blake McAllister from South Central Calhoun at 170. We'll talk about it. I'm sure we'll be on early and get you more coverage. For Jeff Blankman doing all the interviews and work down below, all the hard stuff of the heavy lifting, this is Jeff Honnold saying thank you for listening. You've been listening live from the Gatorade broadcast booth. We'll have more wrestling tonight in the finals. Take care, everybody.